June
June
24th.
He hasn't been in it yet.
Oh, he's ready.
He has to be able to sit up on his own first.
Yeah, otherwise it's bad for their core. It's bad
really?
for their back development, and
Oh.
it's bad for their core.
Okay,
So-
okay.
Because the gradual development of sitting up and rolling over and scoop crawling and all that hardens their core, so that when they sit up over a longer period of time, it doesn't damage them.
You just got to do some crunches,
June 24th
bud.
is
You can
July
do those
16th.
right
Those are
now.
the days that I have requested.
Yeah. Do baby Pilates.
Logically, those
Just
are the
strengthen your core.
I'm gonna be gone. I requested the
Dad's
days based
talking
on
mess about
what
your
my mom
core, and I
asked
don't
me.
like it. Oh, I mean, look, you upset the babies. Look, he's
brother-
worried about his core
Matthew.
now. Look at
He
him.
needs people.
Are
Oh,
you
my
worried
poor
about your
little
core?
guy. Oh, no.
A very family kind of
Daddy's
person.
telling
and
you you
he's
don't
been in
work
the
out
military
right.
for years now,
Mhm.
and been stationed in
Just
Kansas,
need some
so
steroids, Dad. I'll be
he's been
fine.
separated from
Oh,
us, and I think it's
Nice.
I'll have a core that'll...
He'll be like 2 years old and look at
Like a-
mom. Hey,
Look at my six-pack.
come here.
Look at my six-pack. Oh, no. Oh, no. What's happening? You're getting the head moving around thing going.
Ow, baby.
Mm,
Is that the medical term?
Yeah.
That head moving around thing
this
going.
thing.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Jeez.
thanks, dude. That's what I wanted on my arm.
I don't know. I still under the impression that some people are reincarnated, and it just got to suck. Especially those people who actually like you're trying to get your body going. It's like, no, I know how this is supposed to work, but all the things are firing. I need to tell you the secrets.
So reincarnate, you believe in reincarnation?
I believe sometimes.
So this could be baby Hitler? Is that what you're saying?
Wow.
I don't like what she's talking about right now. I don't like the connotations that this could be.
Yeah, but you're also kind of a paranoid schizophrenic too. So I hate this kid.
I'm a
I don't think my
sociopath,
baby
sir.
is
Get it right.
Hitler.
I believe that anybody can be the villain that Hitler was if put to the right circumstances and given the right
we got one right
opportunities.
now. His name is Putin.
Yeah, no doubt. He's reincarnated Hitler.
You would think with the way people.
But why is it when everybody looks back on their past lives, they're Cleopatra and they're not like Joe the dumpster diver? Huh? Huh? You ever notice that? Everybody's a king and a queen. No one says, I shoveled shit in the Middle Ages.
Oh no, I was
Some do.
I
You just don't hear
definitely
those stories.
was.
You just don't hear those stories.
I was a night soiler for sure. My job was to
Yeah,
Go-
clean out the middens.
go around and
Yeah, you clean out the middens.
wheelbarrow the shit out to the farmlands.
Yeah, but everyone that you ever see on TV is like, I'm in a luxurious palace. No, you're not. Those people have
Wish
lived their life to the
fulfillment.
fullest.
Wish fulfillment.
The people that get resurrected are the buttholes.
Or the people that have
Buttholes?
That
Are you
Karma
saying
they have to
buttholes
balance.
get resurrected?
yeah, buttholes get resurrected. Like, okay, you had a crap life. Like Jeffrey Dahmer resurrected, right?
I'm just
Hey,
telling you, we
they tell him,
are
hey, look, next life, try not to eat people.
sponsored.
What if you were like a really
by
cool dictator and you had to balance your karma by
Checkbook?
coming back
Oh.
here and you had like you're living a really bad life now? Balance your terrible karma for being a bad ruler.
Yeah, like you would be like abused by your parents and they put cigarettes out on your forehead.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
like your parents, Britney Spears. Like no, like baby Hitler goes, I'm going to take over the world. Oh my God, who's my mom? Britney Spears.
Say
No.
hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Talking trash
As you can
about our
see, the
stars.
generational split is quite obvious.
No, we're just talking trash about the people that everyone thinks are gods. They're not. They're just normal human beings.
I'm pretty
With-
sure
with
Brittany's
screwed up
only
lives,
a
just
few
like
years
ours.
older than me. Maybe like 5 or 6 years older.
Except
she
they
was
get
like
to
a
do it in
teenager when I was a
public.
kid.
Who?
No, I think she's my
Can you
age.
try your butt
Or
out?
no,
Come
she's
here. Oh,
Callista's
something up in his
age.
eye.
She's in her
5 or 6 years
40s.
older. Yeah.
Oh no, someone's
I'm
wiping
31,
his
so yeah.
eyes.
That's 10-year difference.
Okay.
She was a teenager when I was a kid. That's
Oh,
all I
Well, here,
remember.
let's figure this out right now.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's all I remember. She
What's
was
her
the it girl when I was a girl.
Oh,
was a
no.
kid.
Oh no.
Yeah, you type the word Britney and she
Oh, no.
pops up as the first search.
Oh no. Oh,
Oops,
no.
I did it again.
Yeah.
Oh. Ow. Hey, you.
She is your age. She's 40.
What do you got a hold of?
Okay, so she's
No,
Oh, you think
she's
this is
younger
funny?
than you. She'll be 41 in December.
So she's 6 months or 7 months younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
so she's 8 years older than me.
You think this is funny? And hand me, you cad. You ruffian. You beard snatcher. Ah.
Her sister is 31.
What did you do?
There's a reason.
She's my age.
There's a reason why Jason shaved his beard.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
reason why, because he didn't shave it. It got pulled out. Why
Hey,
you?
Well,
Simpsons.
and he'd be sound asleep. I'd be, oh, he's so cute. And then my beard would slam into him. And he'd
Oh, and
just
wake him
like,
up.
Well, that's when you use conditioner to make it soft.
and texture's not the
Downy.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
Texture was definitely not the problem.
No, it was soft.
Probably need a diaper change, huh, pal?
No, he just got changed before he came in.
Okay.
Well, hey, everybody. We're here. Our normal banter. We have our in-between baby boomer ex-gener over there complaining about reincarnation problems. A very
There you go.
um,
There you go.
a very hungry, feeding kid all day long mom at the end. And then we have sweetest tooth decay over here, I believe was expressed
Yes,
earlier.
and I just woke up and I rushed here.
Oh, so you had fallen asleep.
Oh, yeah, I'd gone to sleep and I woke up at
There you go.
5:45, and it's usually about an hour drive to get here.
Yeah, you broke some
I
rules.
hit all the green lights.
You broke some rules.
No, I didn't break any rules. I hit all the green lights. Usually it's like stoplight, but like all the green lights, boom, 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 boom. It was very nice.
Well, welcome everyone to Monday Night Game. We're live here in the studio over at TTRPG Academy with another session of Pike's Promise. It is a small group of 3 players.
Yeah, you're all
We're always hopeful that maybe we'll add a 4th and a 5th. You never know. We are technically playing 5e base mechanics, but we've altered some of the homebrew aspects of the way spells are learned. So we have gotten rid of leveling, and we're not really using traditional classing methods. So we're using milestone in the sense that we take that option or opportunity to learn new stuff. But for the most part, it is basically the players are in complete control of their narrative,
You're not doing
and we're playing in Issylra and the Kingdom of Othanzia, and we're playing a homebrew game that I've called Pike's Promise because she is one of my favorite characters in Critical Role. It is many hundred years into the future. Pike is Don Marshall within Vasselheim and of a kind of like senior position, and she's quite elderly for a gnome. But currently, our group is coming off the rotation of the frontier, trying to make their way back to Vasselheim. However, the trip back east in hopes of trying to get back to Vasselheim has been interrupted by these strange insect-like creatures that seem to have the ability to manipulate other beasts and humans. And we kind of came to a point where those in charge of the caravan leading the group back to Vasselheim have decided it's better to finally deal with this issue and send everybody back to Luga, including the regent, in an effort to locate the mines and the ruins that all this was beginning to emanate from. So the team traveled for about a day, hard travel. Ooh, a phone. Baring, baring. A hard day and night travel to make up for time. Arriving in Luga, finding the surveyor's residence and acquiring the maps that got us to the ruins, as well as to the mine entrances. Once there, it was noted that it would seem that life was being gradually absorbed very purposely around the ruin. On top of that, there seemed to be something causing the ruin itself to kind of almost breathe or aspirate with its own kind of pressure as the ground would undulate or pulse up and down. The team decided to ignore this. They made their way up to the mine entrance, leaving guards, or the few that survived the trip, to keep an eye.
Getting them there.
A few of them didn't make it.
Like 2.
Keeping an eye on the mine entrance and the ruin, and then finally being escorted to the interior mine elevator to take everyone down into the depths of the mine. Of course, then it was discovered that in a particular area that seemed to have suffered a cave-in, the team found a way for the 3 of them to make their way in beyond the cave-in. And here they discovered what could only be described as a very unique, large chamber. However, it looked somewhat familiar to Jerry, as he recognized that the back of the chamber,
That quiet time.
the right of the chamber, and the left of the chamber contained unusually tall, thin, and remarkably non-Exandrian creatures. The very center of the chamber was this statue or this figure trapped in a weird crystalline structure with many copper wires and tubes radiating from its the top of the structure, going up into the ceiling and down in the direction of the other holding chambers. It was then that Jerry realized he was in a cloning chamber, but the technology and the artifacts here are even older in understanding, even for Jerry. And as you begin to study and notice that the chambers can be affected by three-fingered beings, there were strange lit up panels that could be utilized or interacted with. The chamber in the back remained sealed, the chamber to the right remained sealed. However, somebody decided to mess with the chamber on the left, causing the glass to recede and outstepping this creature from the darkness and into the center of the room. I need everybody to roll for initiative, please.
Well, can't we just talk to it? Can't just be our
I
friend?
think
Well,
communication. I think
Initiative.
communication is important.
Ivor, can you hand me the,
That would be an
my
18.
dice?
You certainly can try.
The dice ruler.
Can somebody who actually knows how to talk do so?
Who's not awkward in their speech?
Who does not have a 0 for charisma modifier?
Well, how do you know that he doesn't respond to your
My
charm?
0
Yeah.
charisma.
I got a 16.
Nice.
Finally.
So Willow with an 18.
+2 to my initiative. I'm sorry.
I got 22.
Bless you.
Jerry with a
16.
16. And
22.
22 for Jade.
Oh, good. Someone who can talk to it.
So, standing in this chamber, once that glass recedes and this creature comes walking out,
How's it looking?
you could see like puffs of smoke, steam coming from its backside. You could see like strange hose-like connections to the front of its face. And you can hear the sound of something being like, it sounds mechanical as it walks. And you can hear a pulsing and kind of grinding aspiration sound coming from behind its back. Just kind of a
Oh, that sounds gross.
as it steps away from the cloning chamber, stands protectively between the three of you, including your cat, Ivory, right? Stands in front of the central structure where the crystalline structure currently contains some kind of humanoid figure within
That's
it.
right. That's the wizard guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Jade, you are up with Willa on deck. What would you like to do? Other than panic.
All on you, man. Are we violent or are we? Use its alien language.
I don't have alien languages. So, I'm going to cast Enlarge Reduce on Ivory.
Watch as the small snow cat becomes a large snow cat.
And I am concentrating on that, and I believe that's an action.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta pull up all of the write-ups for the spells that I took and actually copy those. And now she be big, and
She'd be a big kitty. You want her near her? Near
yeah,
you? Okay.
yeah.
We're like,
Bonus action. I'm notching a force arrow and summoning an arrow, and
okay.
it's not I can't fire it,
Right.
but I'm ready to, just in case I get a reaction. I don't know.
You want to move it all?
No, because I don't.
Oh.
Where is the creature?
back over,
Yeah.
coming out of the cloning chamber.
So
Where
he's
am
not,
I?
he's not between us and
Not
the
yet,
creature
he's
yet. Okay.
Kind of beginning to move in that direction.
Okay. We're over.
I thought we were on opposite sides of something. Because I was looking at one chamber and they were looking at a different one.
He had gone, I think Jerry had gone to the left chamber, right, to test whether the technology was
Mhm.
familiar.
We are exactly where he says we are because he is the DM. So let's just cut the crap.
Because there was a cloning chamber to the right, there was one across. But the one to the left was the one that he finally interacted with. You had investigated the one to the right initially,
Yeah.
but he had activated the one to the left.
Okay, so is he in front of the? Is he in front of it then?
He's in front of his.
So
There's still another one to the right, another one on the other side of the chamber as well.
Don't activate anymore, guys.
so this chamber is much bigger than what we're seeing here.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Okay, okay, that's
It's
what I was
ginormous.
trying. It's like
Yeah,
for a second, like, what?
it is very much a large
It's
chamber.
like how close are? It's like.
I mean, the ceiling's unvisible. Like, you can't even see the ceiling itself.
Invisible.
Yeah, not visible. Unvisible.
Don't
Unending is
Don't
what I
open
was looking
any
for.
more chambers, guys. And then
What's in the blue box?
What's in the box?
the purple one.
Yeah. Is that all your dice?
Oh,
Oh, what is that another birthday gift?
Yes.
Cookies?
Lemon bars.
Lemon bars. Who'd those get? Where'd you get those from?
Marcy makes me lemon bars for my birthday every year.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, they're so good.
we made pineapple squares from a lemon bar recipe we have. It is so.
No,
good.
this is
Coconut too.
this
Someday.
is literally a food.
Are you
You
okay
got to
with
pass me
coconut?
one of those, homie.
We haven't made them in years. Someday
They
I'm gonna
are
have to make them and bring
very
them.
crumbly, so we may want to get napkins.
They are crumbly.
Yes.
Oh dear.
I'll hold it over the game. Oh, there's the crumb. Okay, roll. You take
Roll for lemon bar
1d4 crumb.
damage. No, it's like a debris
6
crumb.
points of lemon bar crumb
I-
damage.
I think the lemon bar crumbs give us bonus hit point. Hit points.
If you can make it to the crumb,
You get
you
temporary.
get to
hit
roll
point-
1d8 hit points.
Yeah. 1d8 temporary.
Finish your turn.
Can I try one?
Willa, you're up
I brought him in.
with the
share.
creature on deck.
Thank you.
Cool.
I never
again,
managed to eat all the
I
ones that
can't
she makes. So
Oh
speak
my god.
for crap. So what I'm gonna do?
of course, since you're on breastfeeding, and
is
I'm not as
I
worried about
am
calories.
going to create my bow, very much like she did.
Mm-hmm.
Tart.
I'm going to have
I
a
like it
grasping
like that.
arrow ready, and I'm going to shoot it if it attacks.
And he's
Okay.
out.
You don't want to move at all.
Let's see if we can keep him out.
Yes, I don't want to be in a line with everybody. Which one am I?
You're the one with the creature on your shoulder.
I have a creature on my shoulder.
A squirrel. Because you're a tree.
I am a tree.
Eventually, someday, we need to make everybody's 3D printed figures. So
That'd be fun. Okay, so 30 feet. Each one of these are 5 feet, right?
mm-hmm.
I can't get him to let
Oh my
go.
god. I'll die eating
Right?
Right, they're amazing,
She only makes
and they
it for
have
me once a year.
just a little hint of coconut,
it.
like
I know what the
just a
coconut.
hint.
No, I'm going to diabetic coma, but I died doing what I loved.
Playing D&D and eating
Yeah,
cookies.
eating cookies.
So
Alright.
Gosh,
Get
that
him
would
to
be a way to
let
go.
But he's out.
Oh, thanks.
that'll finish your turn. Holding your action, you're going to shoot your bow at him if he decides to attack. Okay. The creature. Somebody move him directly in front of the statue. Right, yeah, right there.
That means
I'm gonna make you guys do it. Roll d6.
Aw. Is
Fake.
that the?
5.
5.
It's
He attacks 5
probably.
times.
So as you all stand there, you've got your bow ready. You're notching an arrow as well. Jerry's just standing there, like looking at it, and you watch as its headgear kind of pulses slightly. You see this huge tank on its back get a little bit larger, and then you hear echoing in the chamber a noise. That'll finish its turn. Jerry, you're up. And we'll be at the top of the second round.
I will move into base with it.
Brother.
I have my hands up, and I will use my telekinetic ability to talk to it.
Okay. As you come into base with it,
Mhm.
you watch as the creature's hands come together, like it's coming down in a forward motion towards Jerry very
Okay.
fast.
Can I shoot and prevent him from actually hitting Jerry?
We'll try.
Okay. That will definitely.
So much for I come in peace.
I
I come in
But I-
pieces.
I come in peace,
Go
but
in
I leave in pieces.
That's right.
Here's like I want. It will hurt him, but I want to really probably just like prevent the arms from like I want the grasping arms to definitely.
Yeah, you can try.
And there was interference from the.
I love how her description is like 15 pages, and then she doesn't make the roll.
I want. It's,
Like you should roll first, and then describe what you
That's
do.
still that's what I want to do. It's
What'd you get?
9.
9? Yeah, you lean back. You let the shot go.
Do I-
Sails right over the creature's head, and you hear it clack, 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 down behind.
Can I
on the cabin
potentially get
floor.
a reaction to like shoot him
Yeah, you can take your reaction to shoot at him. Absolutely.
with my notched arrow?
Yeah, you've got a force arrow ready.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
We are all going to die.
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
Could be worse.
Eventually.
We could be ground up into mincemeat.
Jason doesn't believe in monsters
I rolled
that
a
equal the characters.
19.
that have.
Thank you.
Dun, 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 dun.
19
You're,
Everything
you're
we need
banned
is-
from all my games.
Everything we need is random. You can be first level and meet a 17th level dragon.
You did find that.
We did.
That
I
frost
know.
giant.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like the frost giant accidentally almost walked it. Anyways, 23. The force arrow arches. As the hands are coming down, it strikes the hands that were about to come down on top of you. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, right. I do damage.
You do damage. I
D8.
do not. There's actually a question I have to ask. If I use a grasping arrow and it fails, do I lose it?
But yeah, it's somewhere on the floor.
No, I mean like
You could always gather it up later.
no, like the ability because the grasping
yeah.
arrow, I lose it.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't be.
If it's like a short rest feature or long rest feature or spell
you
feature.
said I get it every short rest.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So yeah, the execution of it.
So it
It's a
didn't say
line
anything.
there.
Nothing happened when I tried to talk to it.
So her
7.
reaction goes
Oh,
off.
okay.
first.
Or I got 11.
11 points of force damage.
I have a feeling I know what's going on now. Okay.
And the hands come apart briefly. And then the creature goes back to try to recover. It halts momentarily as you try to establish a link with it and try to talk to it. And it stops for just a moment. And then it takes a step back as a reaction.
Okay.
And
Just move back a
it's
little bit.
something happens on its back where the tank that had come up settles back down. And then it rests its hands in front of it. Seems to go into like a stasis. Like you've confused it.
Mhm. I have a feeling that these are like activated. Maybe they're activated to protect what's going on. They're not necessarily in charge of what's going on.
Maybe.
No, I want an answer.
Question? No. Answer.
No. Yeah, maybe. Maybe up is down and down is up. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so it
So did reverse gravity in here.
doesn't. So it settles down again. Okay. Does it say anything or do anything?
No?
What are you here to protect?
That finishes your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Takes us to the top of the second round. Jade, you are up.
I want to keep it in front of me.
Currently, Jerry's standing in front of it. He seems to be either trying to communicate with it or try to figure out what's going on with it. To your left, to your right, across from where you can see Willa hiding behind one of the stalagmites in front of her, see a shadow move, like something else is beginning to approach the chamber
Where?
from directly in front of Willa, about 60 feet in front of her, out of the shadows on the opposite
Okay.
side of you.
So over here.
Mm-hmm.
I know Willa wanted to not be in a line, but can
Or a cone or a cube. Just in
Mhm.
case.
I was thinking, can Ivory and I go to the other stalagmite, stalactite?
This one?
Mm-mm. We're
This
by
one?
that one, past her.
This one?
Can we reach that?
Do you have that much movement?
No.
'Cause I moved 30 feet and I was further away
You're
from
further
you.
Away? My speed is 30 as well.
You're like 60 feet away.
I'm 60. Okay, then I can't go that far.
But what about
Ivory's movement.
should be more because cat.
If you use your move and your action, you could get there. 'Cause you could dash.
The layer's gonna have an action.
The layer's going to have action. Yeah,
It's gonna use his 70
Yep.
legendary action.
Is it 70 or 7?
No, 70. 70.
7.
Ivory's speed is
somethings.
40.
78
So-
or 78?
Bananas.
Let's get. Yeah, we're gonna move. I'm still going to bring up the arrow, another force arrow.
Okay.
And it's talking to him, so I'm biding my time. We're gonna see, but we're gonna get closer to the shadow that's.
I'm
moving
close
that
enough
way.
that I'm letting you guys hear what I'm saying to it, and you
Yeah.
just notice that it's.
Well, the
Yes.
chamber itself is pretty echoey. I mean, it's pretty, large, expansive chamber.
Is it one of those instances where you're like on
I
the other
wanna-
side of the chamber and you can still hear what people are whispering?
I want to get
Kind of.
Ivory and I on the other side of Willa, because if that's gonna be a threat, I don't want her taking it full on. Yeah. So get me on the other side of Willa.
Somebody move her.
Mine is 30 and his is hers is 40.
Your hula hoop fell off.
That's my concentration.
What is it? What is hers? What is the dog's?
40.
You're such a smart ass.
And yours is what?
30. Okay, with my concentration.
It's sweeping D&D Nation.
You tell. Not only is he sleep deprived, but he's anticipating camping amongst spiders. Thousands and
It's not that bad.
thousands.
It's not that bad.
And their specialties, they crawl into pee-pee holes.
And I don't like spiders.
I already watched it. You ever see that thing, Monsters Inside Me? I don't like that show.
This is
Watch
for,
it.
This
You
is
want to be
for,
freaked out forever? You'll never swim in a lake again. Okay? Mark my words.
That's for denizens, right?
Those testes swelled and exploded. The babies were born. What? No! I don't want to see that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to swim in the ocean anymore. Okay.
Now, is that the one that swims up your
Yeah,
uterus?
yeah.
Oh my
When you-
god.
Yeah, your urethra.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But only when you pee, right?
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah, because
attracted
it
to
creates a
your pee.
suction.
Yeah, but I'm sure he could like elbow his way in if you wanted
Attracted the
to.
warmth.
Yep.
I'm sure he could like elbow his way in if you wanted. Like,
What are you, a fire hose?
I don't know.
Like just a little bit of flesh?
I mean, how big can they be, right? How big can they be?
Moral of the story: don't go swimming.
The moral of the story is I think we now know what Ivar's penis size is.
Shocker, right?
They
Okay.
don't call him Buttons for nothing.
But
Don't drop buttons.
an acorn in a nest of twigs. All right. Now that you guys have humiliated me, let's attack. No, I'm just kidding.
So finishes your turn.
Kill the ones that are with me, and I will
Um,
join you.
So you didn't use your action yet.
I don't know. Let's get farther than using my action. I want to go by the stalagmite type.
So you're gonna do your
Yeah,
dash.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you make it there with your dash.
Yeah. But
Probably.
looking this way, not at the stalagmite.
You're hiding in the corner, facing away, and saying, "If I don't see it, it
I
doesn't
don't see
exist.
it.
I
Don't
don't see it,
look
it
up.
doesn't exist."
Don't look
No,
up.
no,
Don't
no,
look
no.
up.
Okay.
And the kitty.
Oh my gosh, is it really up? That would be terrifying.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. You're where
You
you're
haven't seen the
supposed to
movie
be.
Don't Look Up?
I have not, but I've seen the movie Up.
For-
Not up.
Totally different movie.
Totally different. Don't Look Up's not animated.
So, Willa,
Yeah.
you are up and the creature's on deck.
And I have another force arrow notch.
Okay.
Okay, can I observe what that shadowy thing is? Can I see it?
Bonus action perception check. Go for it.
No.
No.
Base 10.
Give me that dice.
It's
You
roughly,
didn't tap it
it's a
before you
shadow that's roughly about 8 or 9 feet tall, and it's kind of lumbering in a steady forward pace.
With a logical thinking mind, could I say it was about the same size as this guy?
Same height, but not making the same noise.
Is it moving the same?
Now we have two different things to find.
Possibly.
Great.
Okay, so for my action, I'm going to ready an arrow, and I'm going to fire it at anything that attacks, whether it's that thing or this thing. I'm
Okay.
looking for attacking. Attacking.
It's the creature's turn. Somebody roll a d6, please.
You're right. I did it last time.
5.
5.
Is that the same one you rolled?
Yeah.
So, coming out of the shadow. This creature comes shambling out.
Eats a crumble and keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't
That one.
Isn't that a baby eater?
Why do you have to say it like that?
I mean, it kind of looks like I saw it on Supernatural. It's like a baby eater. Isn't it?
There's no quato or whatever in its belly. So the one in front of you takes a step towards you, and you watch as its hand takes on an electrical form, like almost like a sword, but it's like arcane energy from your viewpoint.
Oh, jeez.
You watch as it comes down to strike at Jerry. Take a shot at it.
Yep.
Go for it.
The one that's I'm in front of?
In front of you. Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to hit this thing. That's a base 10.
Yeah. It just arcs over, skitters across behind the target.
Do I get a reaction?
Wait a minute, it backed up from me, so
Go for it.
is it gonna, like, now he's gonna get in base with me again to hit me, or is
Yeah. He's moving into base with you.
Great.
And it's which one? That's
Is my
electrical
arrows at least
hand?
distracting it?
The new one that's electrical hand. The other one. Okay. 24, 16.
16. Arrow just strikes it.
At least you're hitting.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
I didn't think a 16 was going to hit. 7.
Jerry, does a 12 hit?
no.
Watch as the blade just hits the ground alongside you, and there's like a 2-foot long crater when it hits the ground, and slowly bringing its hand back up, and it settles into a pose to like a defensive stance in front of you. How many hit points? Damage?
Oh, it was 7.
7? Okay. They'll finish its turn. The other one moves into view on the other side of the chamber. It looks like a lot like the one in front of the structure, absent the equipment,
Okay.
is what it looks like to you.
Okay.
Like it just came out of one
Hey,
of those
Ben, I
pod
think you're
things.
wearing my suit. Couldn't find mine. Need to kill these guys.
So that'll finish their
The
turn.
other
Jerry,
one was
you
left,
are
it's
up.
Too small, obviously.
Okay, now I'm scared shitless, so I'm going to run,
Do you poop?
and I'm going to run over. Let's see.
Are you using your action to disengage?
Yeah.
Okay.
5, 25, 30,
Gonna go up there and disrupt the guy. Yeah.
and then yeah, that's it. Okay.
Jerry's like, how do I get out of here?
Mm,
Run away!
Your parents smell of elderberries.
Weird that you mentioned that. 'Cause I was just explaining to someone how that was actually a literal insult, not just funny.
Oh.
I mean,
think
your
it's more fun
parents
than
could
insult.
smell like elderberries because you're a tree.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, it's supposed to be, apparently a lot of wine was made out of elderberries back then, so calling your father a drunkard.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. It's probably quite true.
Yeah, I know that. But
So Jerry, you go
yours could smell
tearing
like
around.
elderberries,
Yeah.
because
What's
they
your
could
passive
be
perception?
elderberry bushes or something.
That's my cousin twice.
What's your
Your
what's your
cousin
wisdom?
Yeah.
18. So 14, I guess. 14.
Yeah. As you're running
Uh-huh.
past the crystalline structure with the
Mhm.
person in it,
Mhm.
their eyes move and kind of like see you.
Oh, you son of a... Okay.
It like moves
To the,
just barely.
to the-
Their form doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a humanoid figure trapped inside of the crystal structure.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably alive because their eyes just watched as you ran right past them.
Okay.
Is there a little terror on their face?
I already used my action, or I would help them with a mind spike. But hey, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Okay.
I
Okay.
use my panic ability to.
Can I relay that with my telekinesis?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. As
Alright.
your free action. Top of the third round, Jade, you are up as you just watch this creature extend this huge arcane blade. Tried to bring it down on Jerry, but Jerry was too fast. Ran off to the left, but a nice 2-foot crater is now where the blade struck the ground.
Is the sword an actual physical sword? Can you carry it? I mean, is it
I don't
as big
know.
as you?
I'm just saying I want it.
So
It looks cool. It did a big massive amount of damage. I need something help. Okay.
also, don't forget to take a probe sample.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Would it just be your own DNA, just less advanced?
we don't know.
I don't know. I don't have time to do like an operation on one of these things. They're not dead yet.
Awesome.
All right. I send Ivory at the one that's engaging.
Go for it.
Engaging Jerry. So
Oh, I disengaged from that one. It's standing there with a look on his face like, oh.
I think it's
Where'd he go?
standing there with a look
Move
on his face.
Ivory and base with it.
Yeah.
Arf, 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 arf.
She charges him. It. I mean, it's kind of non-binary, so it.
It. Them or they.
Oh, it'd be so bad. We've never even lost a pet in our games. Do you know that, Jason? I'm just saying, you know, for,
Yeah, Sam.
We
I
have
would.
lost a pet.
For
Ivory
tension.
ate the fox.
for tension,
We have lost.
And they actually made sure that Ivory didn't accidentally eat you, too. So
for
that's
tension's
always fair.
sake. Come on.
Ivory ate the fox.
Mhm.
We have lost.
Tell
a
we
pet.
haven't played for a while. It's been a couple weeks.
All right.
We missed each other.
I missed our pets.
Is it gonna attack? A bite and a claw.
Nah.
Does it have a charge special ability?
No, just a bite and a claw.
Ah.
It's got a pounce. Oh, it's got a pounce.
Yeah,
When it becomes a giant snow leopard.
right.
So if the tiger moves at least 20 feet straight towards a creature and then hits with a claw attack on the same turn, the target must succeed on a DC 15 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
I'm getting
If the target is
It sounds
prone,
like somebody wrote those stats.
Yeah.
the tiger can make one bite attack
It's because I'm smart.
against it as its bonus action. So yes, I can pounce on it, so it has to make a
I
DC.
figured if I could help you to make this thing a little more useful, maybe Ivar will lay. Excuse me, Sam.
I'm getting this.
I know you don't
image in
watch
my head
Critical
from
Role,
Lion Kings.
But this is what Sam and Laura did in season 2.
Are you kidding me?
Where all Sam did was make fun of the
Fun of
stupid bear.
stupid
Yeah, they had a
bear.
bear.
Pets.
It was,
Oh, season 1. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
season 1. So, well, she got a
Trinket.
new pet in season 2.
it was,
Sprinkles.
it was yeah, Sprinkles. It's still alive. It's still alive.
That's true.
But it's really funny
But
because
Sprinkles was more of a pet, not a.
Yeah,
You know,
season
supposed to be a
1,
combat, yeah.
Trinket was a bear, like this big bear. But
It had
whenever they
armor.
would try to do cool shit like going to town or going to like taverns, it was always a problem because you can't
a
just
bear.
take like a 1,500 pound
bear
bear
in
with
everywhere
you.
you go. They're like, those droids will have to stay outside.
That's
What I can understand is like that's a seedy bar where there's gunfights, but you can't have droids.
So
there?
like, so they named their fort Castle Grayskull, right? For for namesake for He-Man, right?
Uh-huh.
So whenever they go on the road, Sam's character Scanlan would be like, so Vex, we don't really need a bear with us on this trip, do we? So it's just always Scanlan trying to convince Laura's character
Leave the bear at
to
home.
leave the bear at home.
True.
And then they get to an end of a combat round. And Scanlan would go, and Sam would go, oh, well, look at that. The bear didn't hit anything.
All right, that gives me hope for my character now. I can really lay into that pet.
Absolutely. But the whole thing was
I'm
just
gonna kill
so funny. Oh, did I wake him?
No.
I rocked him back to sleep.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to pounce at it, and
Okay.
it has to make a DC strength throw.
You have to hit it first, though, right?
15,
Or do you have to make the attack?
straight towards the creature, and then hits it with a claw attack. Okay,
Right.
So let's do the claw. Plus 18.
18 will hit, so he's in his pounce. He gets the pounce effect.
So he gets the pounce effect.
DC
And
15 or 16?
15.
15? That's a fail.
Haha, he is knocked prone.
Yep. I think he's knocked back 10 feet and prone.
Um,
Or is he just knocked prone?
Just knocked prone.
Okay. He is knocked prone and considered restrained
And-
because the ivory is on top of the target.
And then I can make one bite attack against it as a bonus action.
Correct.
So does that mean that I get 2 bonus action or two bite attacks?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Counts
you know,
as a
imagine
bite, bite.
huge cat just comes charging at you, leaps, swipes at you, knocks you down, and lands on you, and then takes
So-
2 quick bite
The
attacks.
first bite,
What about the claw attack? How much did it do?
I haven't done the damage yet.
Oh.
The first bite
Yeah, damn it.
is 13.
13. The head moves out of the way.
The second bite is
The creature's
14?
thrashing.
14.
Yeah, the creature's thrashing. So
Yeah.
both bites kind of just missing the head.
Wow. But its claw attack is 66.
Is that right?
It's with it being bigger.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Not when it. I mean, it's damage when it's
It's like 1d6.
1d6 plus
right?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as the giant snow leopard, I have it as 66.
d6 plus 3.
So
I mean, at the time there were only 3 players, so it felt like
I'm
it
gonna
needed
get- I'm
to be
gonna
a
get
4th
a
player.
I'm
Yes.
getting the pet. I'm gonna pet
no,
it
we
up.
need Nick and Ches. That's what we need.
You guys are dooming me to this. You know that, right? You're dooming me to a life of pets. Please help,
Save me.
save me.
20 points.
I still have
Oh,
it
plus
here, right in
3.
here that you
23.
have an icebox form named Bunny.
Chiz,
so-
you can help me
So
right
that
now.
swipe, like right across the creature's chest, knocking him down to the ground. It lands backwards. It is going to use its reactionary strike. That
So
is a 14.
Yes, that's for armor class.
Takes 12 points of lightning damage from the sword. Kind of rakes up into her ribs.
Okay.
I'll finish Ivory's turn.
Yep. And then my turn, I'm going to shoot it.
Which one?
Not the prone one because I get disadvantage,
Correct.
right? So I'm going to shoot the other one.
Go for it.
Shoot it in the eye.
I'm going to try and shoot it in the eyeball. Let's see if I roll a 20. I did not roll a 20, but I got a dirty 20.
Nice. That'll definitely hit. Roll for damage.
8 plus 4. I
12
rolled an 8
points
on a
of force
D8.
damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Full damage.
Watch as the arrow sticks the creature like right in the shoulder. Creature just looks at it. It's one good eye kind of staring, and it begins to lumber towards you.
Ooh, I didn't think that through. We need another tank, people. We need another tank. Someone join.
Join us.
I am going to
So have your move.
move back away so that it takes it longer to hit me or to get to me. So would you move me against that wall? The back wall. Yeah.
I'll
I
finish your
think that's
turn.
as far as I can go back if
Yeah.
there's a wall there. Yeah. And yep, that's my turn.
All right, Willa, you're up, and then the creatures are on deck.
How far away is it from me right now?
I need to be on D&D
squares.
Beyond. Can't
It's
see any of my
35
stuff.
feet, so it's still
Yeah,
some
you
guy
need your
trying to shoot it
tablet
with
to
another
hand
arrow,
and
and
have
maybe
them
I'll actually hit it this
I don't
time.
know login. I don't know his login.
What's up?
Nothing. I'm not logged into D&D Beyond. I got kicked.
We'll log in.
I don't know the login.
12,
Well, which one are you shooting at?
TTR.
the naked one.
Yeah, they are just archers and platters on the
Man,
ground.
I really wish I had some bonuses for my weapons besides the
Oh,
base
what's your-
3.
Say it out loud, but
Hey,
Hey, that's okay.
want to know Jason's login for?
Hand it to me. I'll log you in.
All right.
Besides, I have to do the MFA on it anyways.
Thanks, bro. I can't look up any of my spells. Man. Been meaning to do that, and I always forget to call you.
The book's behind you.
Books.
What a
That's for
boomer.
losers.
What a boomer!
I am so not a boomer.
What a boomer! I can just be used for anybody that wants to use old-fashioned technology now.
I'm okay with that.
Why don't I get my D&D 8-track tape?
I would like a remote farm in the middle of nowhere.
Let me get my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Player's Handbook on Betamax and check it out.
Betamax. You are a boomer.
Let me get my floppy disk out.
What
Oh my gosh,
floppy?
I used floppy disks
Hmm.
Oh, well,
when
that's
I was in
sad.
elementary school. I thought it was
Er.
fun that like an entire file will fit on one disc.
Thank you, sir.
I
Mhm.
still have a 3.5-inch floppy drive.
Okay, now.
That plugs into
Okay,
your
I got my
Hey,
D&D
you weren't
Beyond.
gonna tell anybody about the 3.5 hit. Oh,
Now I
floppy
got
drive.
now I got my D&D Beyond. I can check out my experience.
You said floppy. Never mind. I heard
Yes.
3.5-inch
I know,
floppy, and I was
I
like,
know.
"Oh fuck, you weren't supposed to say that."
I know, because unlike a computer, a woman will reject a 3.5-inch floppy.
They prefer hard drives.
They definitely prefer hard drives, especially solid state.
Got her. Okay. So it's my turn.
Yeah.
I just went.
Yeah, it's Willa's turn. She shot her arrow. You still have your move and your bonus action.
Cool. I'm gonna put myself between me and the yeah, I'm gonna get in between these. Yep, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. This one is going to move into base with you.
Hmm.
That one is going to stand up for half its move, but stay in base with Ivory. The one coming at you, Willa, is going to make a hand strike at you.
That sounds terrible.
That is a 22.
It hits.
That is 7 points of slashing damage as these very thin metal talons come out and almost like very expertly come across your chest.
Yummy. Mm.
The other one is going to use its energy blade on Ivory.
Rude.
That is a 9. Ivory pounces out of the way and stays engaged with it. That'll finish their turn. Jerry, you're up, and then we'll be at the top of the
Okay.
4th round.
Okay, so I'm going to use my catapult spell and use it on a 1 to 5 pound stone in the room.
Okay.
Okay, and I will have that stone flung from the pile or whatever to the crystal structured guy.
Okay.
Now he makes a save. He can make a deck save if he can make a deck save, or he'll take half of the 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
The creature or you're more going for an object, so it's going to auto fail the deck save. So just go ahead and roll full damage.
Okay. Come on, baby. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, I'm gonna use my intellect dice
Okay.
to overpower that spell. Overpower the psionic ability I used right now to fling that stone.
Okay.
And I'm going to make it do an extra 1d6 damage.
Alrighty.
So So 16 points of damage.
Nice. You watch as the stone gets flung out of the pile, hits the crystalline object, and you watch as chips and fractures kind of come off and prattle to the ground. Both creatures immediately look in the direction of the crystalline structure.
Okay.
So you definitely got their attention, and you did some damage to it.
Okay. I'm gonna use my movement now to move away. And I think that'll be good.
All right, that'll finish your turn.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, I'm good. That's it.
Okay.
And I used one of these, so I need to mark it.
All right, top of the fourth round. Jade, you are up with Willa on deck.
Okay. Ivory is going to attack.
Go for it.
Unfortunately, she doesn't get to pounce this time.
No, she's in base.
She gets to bite and claw.
I'm gonna,
So-
it's my turn. I'm gonna try something, but you're gonna have to tell me whether or not I can do it.
Bitey, bitey. First bite is 23.
That'll hit. Roll for damage.
Claw is 21.
Yeah.
Okay. I need D10s.
D10s for bites.
For the bites. Yeah, we can do it for a minute though.
But it saved our lives.
And if
so
I
many
lose
times.
concentration, she goes down.
Yeah, it's one of those stackers, man. It's got
I know,
a
I'm
very
messing-
precision use.
I'm messing with it. We need all the help we can get.
This is true.
We need
Okay.
Gigantor in here.
I need to
When
make
it's
my
a 0
character
on a
stronger.
D10, does that mean it's a 10?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
She needs to be like.
That's 19.
On the bite
Plus-
damage.
Bite
Check.
damage. Yeah.
Did you roll the hit on the bite?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled to hit for both.
Gotcha.
I got a what was it, a 23 and a 21?
So now you're rolling damage.
That's 1. Yeah. 1 12 13 15
Oh,
I do 2 hands and a foot damage.
I do 2 hands and a foot.
15 and 6 is 21.
Okay.
And 3, so that's the 24.
Okay.
Oh, plus the 3 for the bite,
Versus 27.
Okay.
because I didn't add the plus for the bite.
You watch as after the creature gets up, Ivory continues to stay in base with it, slashing into it and biting it. It's weird. Its flesh is shredding, but there's no sign of anything.
No blood.
Yeah, it's very
Is there
strange,
sand
but
pouring out?
there's been some damage done to its device that it uses to kind of breathe through, maybe. And you can now see air leaking out of the back tank on its back. It's strange. Staggers a little bit, like it took a good portion of damage, but it's still in the fight.
And
Okay.
it dies of the common cold.
And I see that. I see that, and I'm gonna yell out to Ivory to, focus on its, focus on the
Okay.
equipment.
Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot.
Go for it.
Okay.
What are you gonna shoot?
I'm shooting the other one.
Ghostbusters.
naked
I'm shooting the
one
naked
shoot?
one.
Go for it.
I'm not shooting the naked one. I rolled a 1.
How did you
Natural
fail?
1. Describe how you fail.
Please don't hurt me.
I go to
Jerry goes,
not-
oh God!
Jerry's like out in the shadows. I got a perfect point.
My ocular orb is leaking its fluid.
I go to notch my
Wow.
bow, and my fingers slip, and I, shoot off into the not, like.
Oh, it accidentally hits that stalagmite in this.
It beams off 3
I don't
things,
know,
hits a
because you don't
flagmite,
really.
hits the...
I mean, it's there. So
It is a critical fail.
Yeah.
I know.
Now, do you have any heroic dice
I
left?
have 2 heroic points. Yes.
You can cancel it with a heroic dice if you want to, and then re-roll.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
Okay. do
I
that.
thought Jerry's eye was in trouble because I am kind of directly across from you.
I know, right?
Hilarious.
11 and 15.
15 will miss. You watch as the arrow like bounces off the tough hide of the creature.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm gonna stay right there.
You stay against the back of the wall. Okay. Finish your turn. Willa, you are up, and then the creature's on deck.
Okay, you're gonna have to let me know if I can do this. For one, I want to turn it into my giant tree form.
Okay.
So I'm
I
like,
think the
it's
room's
big.
big enough.
Oh yeah, but I want to be I'm like pretty much as big as this creature at this point, right? Or maybe bigger. I don't know.
Bigger.
Yeah, I'm
Bigger.
bigger. I'd like to grapple it and try to absorb it into
I like that idea.
my body.
There's your new Willa.
Is the room lit?
It is, but you don't get the feeling it's a natural light.
Wait a minute.
It's
Oh yeah, you ran back over.
it's like a phosphorus glow, like maybe it's a lichen or fungus or a crystalline structure kind of permeating throughout the space.
Okay.
Or possibly the reaction fluid that Jerry had described that might be radiating light into the space as well.
Okay.
Hey, it's Sherlock and Load. We know who you are.
I like that name.
I love that name.
It's
Good name,
what's her
buddy.
name?
Good name.
Sherlock and Load.
It's she used to work here.
Oh, Nikki.
Nikki, thank you.
Hi, Nikki.
Oh,
She's dropping in.
is it the Nikki I know or no?
Mm-hmm. For more.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. There's so many Nickies.
Yeah.
I know 3.
So
just
many
without
Nickies,
Not
so little
Michelle's
time.
sister-in-law.
Give me
I don't know
athletics,
that one used
please.
to get to my brother, so.
Give
What
me
am I doing?
athletics.
Athletics.
Athletics
which brother
or
has, like,
acrobatics,
30
your
of them?
choice.
Definitely athletics. That would be math. Oh my gosh. 11 plus 3, so 14.
I've got a 10 plus 4, 14.
Oh wait! I take it back because as a tree, I'm temporarily at 20 strength, so it's actually a plus 5,
You've
16.
managed to grapple it, and as you hold it,
Mhm.
you can go ahead and do some force damage to it. Give me 2d12 force damage as you bring it into your
Do
forms.
you have 12s?
Yeah. Why does it have to be bad numbers? Okay, it's a 10.
10.
Plus
So
her,
you guys
plus-
watch
plus
as
her
Willa
bonus.
Plus your
Plus
strength
your bonus.
damage.
plus your strength
Plus 5.
plus
Because
5
I'm
plus
tree.
17.
I'm currently at 20 because I'm big.
So with that, you watch as Willow transforms. And as she does, she wraps her limbs around the creature, pulls it into her, and there's like this weird kind of crunching and breaking noise as she wraps it up in her limbs. Now, typically, for you to absorb it,
Mhm.
takes a long time.
Uh-huh.
Currently, you have it grappled and you're holding on to it.
Uh-huh.
You can try to absorb it,
Uh-huh.
but it'll take 2-3 hours to absorb it.
It's like my skin's got like thorns popping out of it.
Yeah, it's
piercing
like you're
it,
doing
or
that
like-
long-term prep to absorb it, but you do currently have it grappled, so you do have that was fucking cool. Um,
You're like,
the
"You look
creature is
tasty."
going to. It's the creature's turn. The one in base with Ivory is going to actually have to react to the fact that the structure was hit by a rock. So it is going to move away and chase after Jerry.
Attack of
What's
opportunity?
So it's going to use its action to disengage,
Damn it.
and then it's going to move 50 feet towards you, Jerry.
Towards it's passing the crystal.
Yep.
Okay, you can be in base with me
Is it
now.
gonna
Okay.
stomp on you?
And it's going to bring its energy sword up above you, but
Wait.
that's all it can do.
It has a
That
50
finishes
foot
its
move.
turn.
Oh, okay. Is that moved?
Yeah, it uses. Well, no, action disengage. Its normal move is 50
It's
feet.
preparing to
50
attack.
feet movement.
Mhm.
It's got 50.
And the whole time it's chugging and steam is like pulsing out of the thing on its back. That'll finish its turn. The other one's going to try to contest you.
Okay.
So give me athletics again.
That would be
Can you
22.
get that to help
Yeah,
me
it
now?
cannot break
Oh,
out of
no.
your grasp.
Yummy.
Yeah, you don't
That'll
like my
finish
pet. Why
its
would you?
turn. I do need you to make a con save though, please.
Yeah, I thought so.
My hubris is my undoing.
as you begin to absorb its form.
The only thing that can rescue me is a pet now. Damn it! I shouldn't have opened my big mouth.
18?
18 is good. There's
How far did it
something
move?
50 feet.
No, but was
toxic
that
about
50
this
feet?
creature,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels strange.
Similar
Because
toxic?
her movement's only 4.
Well,
You can't quite figure out what it is.
It's not like the stuff that I tried to absorb back in the barn.
No,
Not gonna
this
count
feels
the
strange.
movement.
Like
Count the movement.
as you wrap around it,
I am
you
immune
almost
to
feel like
poison.
yourself beginning to slightly burn a little bit.
I'm immune to poison
be
and
base with it,
disease,
yeah.
if that makes
It's
any sense.
neither one
Or
of
resistance,
those.
sorry.
Yeah, this is not like anything you've ever run
I'm
into
only-
before.
I'm only gonna attack
And you can
Not
even
resistant.
feel the surface of your skin beginning to blister the
I'm
longer
trying
you
to
hold
keep
on to
them
this
off of you
creature.
and keep you alive.
Yummy.
And it's strangely
I can
warm.
attack the crystal
Like the
thing
creature
if-
itself
if
is
it's- if it's
emanating,
still,
but it's
contested.
no sign of fire,
It's a
but
chemical burn.
kind of feels like one. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's what it's starting to feel like.
Like what?
But you saved, so you are good.
okay.
That'll finish their turn. Jerry, you are up, and then we're at the top of the 5th round.
Okay, I will
Run
make
away.
another catapult attack.
Go for it.
What is up with the ones?
I know, right?
Okay, I'm gonna use another one of my dice, my intellect dice, to try to make more damage. There you go. I know, right?
Anger.
So
wins
18
out.
points of damage.
Nice. As it's running up to you and bringing the power weapon down on you, you watch as a rock comes out of the pile.
Oh
and-
no, I'm hitting the
Oh,
crystal structure.
the structure.
And I'm not doing anything to him.
Oh.
I'm hitting the crystal. for
There's
18
a
points of damage.
like a spark, and you watch as one of the tubes breaks free and kind of like disappears up into the cavern.
Okay. All right.
Finish your turn.
Let's see.
Bonus action hide.
Bonus action, bleed.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay, I'll finish your turn. Top of the 5th round. Jade, you and Ivory are up with Willa on deck.
Ivory is going to pounce on it.
Oh,
She is
You're gonna go
Right.
boom, boom.
Now where's all your smart talk?
Ah,
Now, Mr.
yeah,
Smart
yeah,
Mouth?
That was just me. I mean, it wasn't Jerry. Jerry doesn't.
Jerry's very appreciative. He's like holding up a piece of tuna.
Well, remember he said Jerry. Remember Jerry was in the net and it was in the mouth, and I'm just sitting there in the net, like me as it's running through the town.
18 plus 7.
25 will definitely hit.
That's a claw. 15 to fall.
Oh
Strength.
yeah, make a.
Strength.
Is he
15.
gonna fall on Jerry?
Why do you have to open your big trap about that? He's already cruel enough. You don't have to like throw it out there.
Because I like cinematics. I can't help it.
It is knocked prone.
He does not need help to fuck us.
Yes,
He's knocked prone.
you're horrible.
And then I get 2 bites. So the first bite. I don't want to talk about it. The second bite. I don't want to talk about that one either.
Your pounce is great. You just can't seem to convert.
But he gets the pounce. She gets the pounce.
Sounds like it is.
Claw. That's a 6, 10, 14, 16, 17, and 3, 20.
20 points of slashing damage. You watch. You slash into its back and it knocks it to the ground. One of the tubes in its back and into the tank ruptures. I need both you and Jerry, or I need
Dex save?
Ivory and Jerry to make con saves.
Oh,
please.
con. 19.
That'll save.
14.
14. That'll just save. As this like steam and powder erupt out of the canister from the back of the creature, you
Sounds
both
like home.
you both take half of 18 points
Oh my
of
God.
burn
9.
damage.
So that's 12 and 9 is 21.
Wait, what?
Half
We take 9?
How much damage she's taken.
Oh, okay.
So we took 9 points of damage.
Correct.
All right, so okay.
He is still out.
He needed a good sleep tonight.
He's had a couple naps today.
He's
Yeah,
so
he-
happy.
He was pretty cranky this morning. That's the longest I've ever seen him go without a nap this morning. He went 3 hours.
He's
It's a long time for
he's
that.
getting
He
curious. He's like,
slept-
I don't
he
want
slept
to
in the
sleep. I
car,
want to
though.
see the
Like I
world.
said, we were out. Or he was out
At the
before
minute
we,
he got in the car.
yeah,
Yeah.
before we were down the driveway.
Well, you saw me holding him. I mean, he probably would have fallen asleep in my arms within about
Oh,
5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
He was beat.
Okay, so that was Ivory.
Yep.
Now,
Currently, Willa, in her treant form, has grasped up the creature
I'm
and has it
shooting the crystal.
restrained.
I'm shooting the crystal.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
10.
It like you shoot at it, it falls just short and clatters across the podium that it's on.
Does
You
it
guys
like?
need like
Does
some
it like touch
some,
the
like,
bottom of
archery
it?
practice.
Well, no,
Like,
this isn't it pretty amazing how much harder things are when you're just not automatically proficient in things.
I know, right?
Does it like touch the
So
bottom?
much harder.
Right?
Does it touch the bottom of the crystal and activate the force? You know, I mean, it's
Anyway, anything else you want to do
I
other than
do,
makeup
except
stuff?
makeup stuff that didn't happen.
With the power of my
No.
will to survive.
I'm gonna try and work my way around Willa's giant ass, so
There's a
that
lot of
I
truth in
can
that.
potentially see what's going on with Ivory and them because they're on the other side. I can't see
All right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
30.
Um,
So I still can't see what's
I
going on.
cast my DDT spell on the tree.
I don't know. How big are those steps? Can she see over those
Agent
steps?
Orange.
I think the podium is roughly about 9 feet tall.
I think I mean, if I was gonna try and shoot anyone over there, they'd probably have half cover.
I would say half cover would be about right. And if you try to shoot him while he's down, he's obviously prone. So
You know, those are not straight.
I know. I'm trying to. I don't have a
It's
ruler
okay.
with me. I'm trying
It's
to.
okay. I can't shoot them this turn.
I know. I'm just trying to see if you have line of sight. Is all.
Barely.
Yeah.
That's why I said I think they'd have half cover.
they'd have half cover.
But I can't shoot them anyways this turn, so it's fine.
So that'll finish your turn.
Yep.
Willa, you are up.
Okay. So tasting this battery acid,
Yeah, it's
like
not like anything you've ever absorbed
that's
before.
like broccoli. Ew. No. I actually like.
I like broccoli.
Okay. So
I know that's the hard part. I like broccoli.
yeah,
You know,
I like
and
broccoli too, but-
cauliflower.
Yeah.
And all the other crucifers that
I
you
know.
can't
I
eat
know
'cause
how to
they
cook
generate
them.
gas.
They're good. Okay. I want to try something else, and you'll have to tell me if I can do it or not.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Okay, so you know how like sometimes when there's a part of a plant that dies, it just kind of cuts off nutrients to that part and lets it fall and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
So
Lies I put out there.
where the
Can I do
poison
this?
is, I kind of
Do you
want
need
to
some
cut
liquid
that
candy?
off,
got
even
it.
though it's like wrapped around it. But I want to make the wrap around him grasping vine.
I was open Midorian.
I want to make that the grasping vine ability.
Well, the problem is right now you're keeping him.
Yeah, I'm having restrained.
Grappled.
I have him restrained, right?
So if you do anything other than grapple
Well, that's what I'm
during your
saying.
action, then the grapple's released.
So, like I want to make the grapple grasping vines.
So while he's wrapped up in your arms, you want to wind vines
I
around
want him like okay, so it's like like all my
I like
abilities
that,
are
though.
part of me.
Pretty
You know what would be cinematic right now? This would be exploded in flames.
I can shoot him with a fire arrow.
Wouldn't that be cinematic? PM.
Carolyn the world again, yeah.
See how bad
So I'll say your
cinematic
action is to
things can be.
maintain the grapple,
Mhm.
and your bonus action is to impose grasping vines
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. The grasping it's like the
Okay.
it's just my I
As
separate
long
myself
as
from
you
the-
maintain the grapple, so you got to roll an athletics check because
Okay.
he's continuing to contest it.
That would be 20.
20. That would be that was almost a 19. That would be an 18. But he's still grappled.
Okay.
So as a bonus action, you begin to
Great
wind the vine
Then
up
we should know
around
if he
it.
has an immune
Okay.
system or
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
And
The
he's
next
on
thing I
medication.
wanted to do was actually throw him at the thing, but
Mhm.
that's
He'll be
my
on
action.
medication.
Yeah, that's your action and your bonus
Hopefully
action to
not.
wind the
Hopefully
vine
not,
up
just
around it.
fine.
But I'll
Okay.
say
Yes.
because both of those were successful,
Uh-huh.
as long as during your next turn you maintain the grapple,
Uh-huh.
you can chuck it.
Yeah, it's
at
like
the
I
crystal.
basically want to make him a
Yeah.
vine ball. And
Yeah. I love it. That'll finish your turn.
Okay.
The creature is going to contest you
Oh,
for its turn.
that is a 23.
That is a 19. Damn, I can't break out. That'll finish its turn. The other one's going to stand up.
Still alive?
Barely. It's rough. The one breathing apparatus is fractured. It's spewing this like toxic chemical out around it.
Oh, hence the con
Um,
save.
Which at the beginning of its turn, I need both you and Jerry to make con saves, please.
16.
16 will save.
So I'm gonna take
What
more
is my
damage.
con? Oh, Ivory's con. 3 and 11 is 14.
14 will just save. The DCs of 14 or higher. So both of you take half of 12 points of burn damage from the chemical reaction.
Jeez. And I'm slowly dying.
But that
That's
one
alright, so is Ivory.
thing is cut. You watch as the power weapon it was using kind of fade, and it just uses its hand to punch directly at Jerry, because that was the last thing he saw.
Jerry,
being
why didn't you
thrown.
tell us your family was so toxic?
Mm-hmm.
That is a
Well, we don't know that.
11.
Miss.
Okay. That'll finish its turn. Jerry, you are up, and then we're at the top of the 6th round.
I will use my last,
Cool keyboard.
Thanks.
my second level, first level of psionic ability to
Um,
do another
Blue chip.
Bend.
catapult spell.
Okay, go for it.
Come on.
I have a keyboard for my.
16 points of damage.
Got it on.
Nice. On the structure.
On the structure, on the crystalline
And
structure.
it hits the other side, and when it does, you watch as a large crystal piece falls off of it, and then another one of the tubes cuts free from it, leaving only one more tube still connected to the top. And there's
Okay.
multiple fractures and cracks in the crystal structure.
Okay.
And there's a general low hum in the chamber that's getting a bit louder.
Okay.
Ow.
Yeah, that's what the
How's on my hand?
low
Anything
hum
else you'd like
sounds
to do?
Oh. No, it didn't hit me last time, and if I move out of base, it's gonna get an attack. So I'll just stay where I'm at. Yeah, I'm good. I'm stay where I'm at.
All right. I think it's the top of the 6th round. Jade, you are up with Willa on deck.
Ivory is going to attack again.
Go for it.
Bite.
I look at your face.
No.
You have like a
Claw?
million D20s, and you keep using the same toxic one.
You ever blow it up? Have you blew on it? Are you warming it up? Did you tell the dice that your baby needs a new pair of shoes? Come on.
Boy, that got TVMA right
I
there.
know, right? Wow, it went dark quick. Censored. Okay. No, it's going off the rails now. I knew. Why did I think she wouldn't one up it? Why did I think that? No.
Okay. Baby needs a new pair of shoes. This is for mine.
Nat
to
20
hit
right
the,
there.
The crystal?
The crystal
Structure?
because
Okay.
Ivory whiffed on both.
Okay.
No.
You didn't really seal the
Guys
deal
don't
there.
love you tonight, do they? Anything else you want to do?
Move closer to them over there
So you can get a better
so
shot.
I can get a better view. 30.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right, that'll finish your turn. Willa,
Okay,
you
we'll go
are
with
up.
green this time.
Give me.
I'm just trying to find.
Oh, you maintained it
Uh-huh.
during his last turn,
Steel splendid.
so you can use your
Yeah,
action
exactly.
to throw
Like 'em
Yeah.
if you want to.
high-powered
Yeah,
bag.
Okay.
I
So you-
want to drop kick him in.
kind of pick him up, and fling him towards the crystalline structure. Give me a d20
Okay.
and add your dex modifier to it.
Dex. Why can't be strength?
Got it.
I'm super strong. My dex.
Yeah, this is for aiming.
It's 13.
13.
Air down.
The creature tumbles and soars. It partially lands and hits the platform. The other part of it slams into the crystalline structure. And it ends up kind of like straddling the platform and crashing into the crystalline structure. Go ahead and roll 4d12, please.
Okay. I got 2d12s. Let's see if I can get 2 more in here.
You guys just watch as in her treant form, she picks the creature up and throws it at the crystal structure.
Okay.
And it partially hits it and partially slams into the pedestal.
Ooh, that's all 12s.
That would be 48 plus your strength modifier.
5.
So that would be 53
3 points of
points
damage.
of damage.
I
You
think
watch
max
as
Damn it!
I have never rolled max damage ever.
you watch as the
It happened,
creature
folks.
slams into the pedestal. Its legs slamming into the crystalline structure, splitting it into fractured pieces. The last of the hose goes retracting up into the ceiling. The creature itself, just you watch as a leg goes one direction, an arm goes another direction, as it just comes apart against the platform. And as the crystal pieces fall
Gross.
away, you watch this human dressed in what looks like obvious wizard kind of attire collapse unconscious on top of the pedestal.
Okay.
So that'll finish your turn, Willa. Do you want to move?
Yeah, I'm going to move closer. I get an extra 10 feet of movement, so 40 feet. I don't know what 40 feet looks like when I'm that giant.
Just count 8 5-foot squares.
8 5-foot squares? Like these? Or...
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 40 feet.
1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I'm doing this wrong.
I think you are.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. How
Yeah,
far can
right
you go?
Right here. 40
There you
feet.
go.
Yeah.
Almost dead on. Except you were
Counting weird.
you were
I'm like-
counting 5
I'm like,
groups as one.
No, she's counting the base as one.
one part of my
40, I
brain,
can walk around here 3 times.
one part of my brain was all like, okay, this seems like the right distance, but more doesn't seem right. So I stopped there. It's like something's wrong with my.
All right, so that'll
My
finish
numbers.
your turn.
Uh-huh.
Oh, somebody woke up.
Yeah, he's been awake for about a turn and a half.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy. I love that smile.
All right.
All right, so that will finish Willa's turn.
Dragons?
The creature is up. He is going to make one last final go at Jerry.
Why me?
That is because he's in front of you.
I know.
19.
That hits.
That is 15 points of bludgeoning damage from
Oh.
the open strike.
I slam against the wall and I'm dead.
You're not dead. You're unconscious.
Slumping to the ground, unconscious.
You're mostly dead, but
If
it's
this
very
was
different. from
chainmail, I'd
very-
be dead.
This was chainmail. I'd be
Dead is different than mostly dead.
Okay, whatever. I'm mostly dead.
Look at him smile at you.
I'm mostly dead. Your daddy made me mostly dead. He's the evil DM. He's the evil DM. Yeah. Look at him over there, smiling and laughing at my heartache and my pain.
Hi, buddy. I love the
Over
head
there
tilt.
somewhere. He's over there behind those lights. It's like a silent-
I love the head tilt.
There he is.
All right. That will finish the creature's turn. Jerry, give me a death save, please.
Okay. Here.
Is it Jerry's turn?
Give me my death save. Oh, I didn't make it. Oh, you baby rolled bad.
You should, it's because you didn't give
Okay.
him the soft dice. He
What's
needed the
6
soft
plus your
dice.
con?
Oh, it's 6 plus my con? Oh, 6.
One failed death save. That'll
Okay.
finish your turn. Take us to the top of the 7th round. Jade, you're up.
Okay. Ivory is going to attack the dude.
Go for it. I need a you have 2 failed death saves because he's still in the effect of the chemical burn that's going on, and a con save from Ivory.
Oh, so that I just automatically fail that one?
Yep.
Yeah,
'cause you're
you took
unconscious.
damage when you were unconscious.
Yep.
I have to roll into character and extra. Neener, neener, neener.
As the invading aliens come to.
Retrieve the gray.
What's going on with Daddy?
13.
He's trying to kill me. Your daddy's
That'll
trying
miss.
to kill me. He's gonna try to myrtleize me. Yeah,
So how much damage?
he's trying to myrtleize me here. He's crazy.
97. No.
Here, let's stand.
10 points of damage, please.
Okay.
You like that? Huh?
His cute little butt.
You like
I
that?
want-
You like that?
I
don't
want
you?
Ivory to grab it and try dragging it away from Jerry.
Okay.
Can Ivory grab it? Just try dragging it away from Jerry.
Yeah, I could grapple it. Absolutely. Give me athletics or acrobatics.
She doesn't have that shit.
Athletics
has
is strength, and acrobatics is dex.
Strength.
Okay. It has disadvantage because one of its devices is severed. Did you get?
10.
That's okay. I got an 8.
Okay.
I rolled a 3 plus 5 for an 8.
It's like that
I rolled a
picture.
5
It's like,
plus 5 for a
A
10.
10.
rolls
So
a
you
two
watch
plus
as Ivory just grabs onto it. Go ahead and move Ivory 15 feet back, dragging the creature with it.
5, 10, 15.
That's probably 15. Yeah.
And he's
She
currently
just-
grappled.
Wants to get it away from Jerry.
Okay. What's Jade doing?
Jade is so freaking torn because she saw Jerry collapse and
She's too far away to do something about it.
yeah.
Will is that? Will is
I
getting
know.
close.
I have machinations in my brain.
Can I make it
You
to
have
the
macadamia
creature?
nuts in your brain?
Can I make it to the creature on the podium?
Count it out,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Can I make it to the creature on the podium?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
What about going the other way up the other side?
Like this? Can you go diagonally?
You can go diagonally.
Okay. 5, 10, 15,
What are you doing,
20,
pal?
25.
What you doing, pal? You
No,
trying to fall
there's-
back?
there's on the other side.
crystalline
structure What are you
is
trying to
gone.
do?
The person that you see on the pedestal.
Okay. There's stairs on the other side.
What
Oh,
you
on the
trying
other
to
side?
do, crazy?
Oh, I didn't see those.
Yeah.
5, 10,
crazy?
15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. Let's get me that way. How many rounds has it been?
It's been 7. We're about to hit 8.
She's on the stairs. She's not gonna balance
Just
on them.
put the concentration on the ground next to me and put me on the stairs.
I don't know if you're gonna sit on the stairs though.
You do good.
That's but
Okay. Yeah.
You're doing well. You're doing well. Superman.
Because
does
Ivory's
good.
gonna drop and
You do realize I'm on CD.
yeah.
Okay.
I know. I had a feeling that's what you were going for after. There.
And the hula hoop takes. You get
Oh, he
hula
got
hoop
it.
damage. 26 hula hoop damage.
okay. Double move me. Actually, let's double move me up there because why not?
It's at that point when you get up on the pedestal, you look up, and you could see dozens and dozens of retracting copper, kind of like tubings and wires and strange things that look like ropes and cables. They don't look like anything you're overly familiar with.
Okay.
And then you could
You're okay.
hear a steady thrum in the space getting louder and louder.
What?
And the very top of the cavern's beginning to kind of pulse a bright, kind of like reddish, alert looking. Like there's a.
Everything's really smoking. Attack everything.
Red alert.
It's strange, almost like something's issuing a warning, maybe. Because your passive is pretty good.
No,
Okay.
we're not gonna be
I think
upset
that's
about
all I
anything
can do.
today.
Okay.
Because I
I'll
don't.
finish
I
your
don't
turn,
think I
Willow.
get a bonus action. Do I get a bonus action?
Well, you moved. You tell
Moved, and I did my action
me. Right,
to double move. I don't know what bonus action I could do that would.
Drink.
I didn't really go through. Okay, I will notch an arrow. No, I'm gonna check him out. Can I bonus action look at him?
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Okay, bonus action look at him. Roll high. You
Bonus action,
badass dice.
Is he wearing pigtails?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 1.
Jesus, you're just on fire, Will Wheaton.
I love to write down how many natural 20s and how many natural 1s I get in a game.
Okay, we'll try
Do you
this.
do you donate $5 to yourself, or do you?
She always donates $5 to herself.
Oh, exactly.
I put it into my my karma
Karma fund.
Her karma chameleon.
It's like, okay, I got screwed a whole bunch this game. My next game is gonna be great. Kind of thing, you know?
There you go.
Karma.
All right, so I'll finish Jade's turn. Willa, you're up. You can see
You're bad.
the broken, battered, and unconscious form
That's what
of
she- oh, Larry
Jerry
calls him.
on the other side of the rubble pile.
Five,
Jade
10,
has made it up to the
15,
pedestal,
20,
and Ivory is
25,
currently grappling the
30,
creature.
35. I can get there, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm going to do like, reach my hand down, all big old tree, and I'm gonna have a good berry grow out of the tip and just plop it in his mouth.
Yeah, sure. So immediately gives him 1 hit point.
Uh-huh.
You immediately come back to consciousness. And you're looking up at this giant tree just staring at you. And it looks like it's trying to cram its finger down your throat.
I already probed you, Willa.
Jerry! Jerry! Get up, Jerry! I feel better now. Hi, Sebastian. What are you doing? Because Grandpa got you?
I'm Uncle. Uncle Ivar. I'm not old enough to be Grandpa.
But you are a grandpa.
I am a Grandpa.
And he's older than
Yeah.
grandson.
I
is
am
older.
older. I am older than your daddy, so I guess.
But
Aw,
what I mean
you're
is your
getting
grandson is older than
I'm getting
Sebastian.
snuggles. Am I getting snuggles?
Okay.
Snuggles.
Then I will turn around
I'm getting snuggles.
and be a bear.
Good berry is a bonus action or action?
It's an action.
Okay.
Snuggles. Snuggles.
So
All right. I'll finish your turn.
I don't think I can do anything
You're
bonus.
prone
except
but
for glare
conscious.
at
The creature is going to try to break the grapple from Ivory.
Fine.
That is a 10 plus 3, 13, or 10 plus 5, 15.
How did I get 15? Roll high. Come on, baby. Roll high.
What's the matter, Bubba?
8 and
Put that over
5.
there.
13. Breaks free of the grapple. Goes to move towards you at the structure,
Here.
but that gives Ivory an attack of opportunity as a
There's your
reaction.
guy. There's your guy. There's your guy.
Bite or a claw? Probably a claw.
Claw.
17?
17 will miss as it steps out of.
17 misses it?
Yeah,
I
it's a,
thought 16s were hitting.
oh, sorry, 16. Well, no, the 16 hit the unarmored one.
No, because I've been hitting
Oh,
the
that,
armored
no,
ones.
you're right. Never mind. I was thinking something
Ow.
else. No, you're right. That hits. Its AC is a 16. I've got it. Yep.
Okay.
What else is he thinking of? That's what I'm scared of.
Uh-huh.
What's
The other
coming?
thing that's about to come into the room
Probably
is the red
the-
alert sound.
Giant gelatinous cube that's going to come out.
Or those arms that are currently above you that's going to probe your brain to make you the next icicle.
Giant gelatinous cube.
Jerry gets plugged into it. I now rule the world. Plug into my brain and I will own this place.
12, 15,
Boom.
20,
Boom.
20.
We call you
5,
Bash.
20.
That's a good
8.
nickname.
I just got this idea
Wow.
in my head
Bash.
that you're Invader Zim and they just sent you to this place.
I rolled 6.
Yeah, the creature turned to run towards the platform. Ivory just severs the last tube coming out of the breathing
You don't have
apparatus,
a boob. You're gonna
and
have to
then
go to Mom's.
catches at the base of the base of the
Keeps looking
back.
for one.
Spine gets severed. The creature collapses to the ground, unmoving.
Good. Now
Bug
let's
ticket.
back away from it so we stop getting condemned.
What's he doing? He's got you. Your good mama got you?
So with that, there are no more immediate threats. We are out of initiative. What are you guys doing?
I'm trying to stabilize the dude in front of me. Willa, give me a good berry.
I have 1 hit point. I have 1 hit point. Your daddy gave it to me.
Are you still in your trant form, or are you trans?
I'm gonna stay in my tree and form for as long as I can.
Okay. What's the duration on that?
It's
Is it an hour?
No. It is a minute.
So it won't
So
be
10
that much
rounds.
longer.
Probably not gonna last that much longer, but that's
Okay.
fine.
Can I step on this one on my way up there?
Yeah, you just.
I would like to use my innate
Don't
ability
step
as
on
a
it.
tree to
Jerry
just
wants
create
to-
oxygen.
Don't step
I
on
am
it.
a tree. I'm
Jerry wants to dissect it
Okay, you can dissect it.
after it's jelly.
Yeah.
I'm still laying there. I have 1 hit point.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Give me medicine check on the one on the platform.
I am
And
oxygen.
A good
Willa
berry.
comes over and hands you a good berry as well.
throws you against the wall, and then gives you a good berry.
17. He's very emaciated. Doesn't look like he's eaten for quite a while.
That's good
But
berries until you
and very kind of like gray ashen skin. His eyes look kind of pale. His hair looks kind of, you get that kind of like
Is there one of those little pustule things on your back?
nothing of note, although you do see about a dozen points of entry on each arm, 2 at the front of his neck, and a couple that pierce through his clothing down his legs, almost like maybe he was connected to something at some point.
like the thing that was a technic.
Maybe.
Or those bugs? Do they look like the insect?
No, they don't look macerated. They don't look like damage purposely in a way to damage him. Almost like he was kind of like inserted in or integrated into something. But his eyes kind of flutter open as you drop the good berry in his mouth. And you just hear him go, Williams, Monica. His eyes open, and he instinctively goes for his his magical focus that's not there.
Whoa. It's
What?
okay. It's okay.
Tree.
You were in the tree's fine. You were
And he sees you just as you turn back into your form, and he just
Ivory is tiny too.
he goes unconscious,
Jade, we might
passes
have
out, not unconscious, just kind of like faints.
We might want to get out of here.
I like run in place for a minute. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Now you
look,
can hear,
There's,
whoop, whoop,
there's an
Whoop.
alarm.
whoop.
Jerry, what?
The interior of the chamber is getting pink to red,
I'm gonna pick up
Getting
the
brighter.
unconscious guy.
getting brighter.
I'm getting out of
Oh,
here.
this is gonna explode.
I'm getting out
I'm
of
gonna
here.
grab the unconscious guy and
With the equipment on?
Give
No.
me an intelligence check, Jerry.
Oh, okay.
Jerry, get a sample of those guys.
yeah. There should be one alongside the
16?
If this is similar to some of the older cloning devices that you guys have on historical record,
Mm-hmm.
the energy, the way it gets energized is now lost its containment. The warning you're hearing is a radioactive leak.
Radioactive, like, overload warning.
Is it like
Yeah, the klaxon is getting louder, and even the tops of the cavern
This reminds me of the last planet I was on, 3 Mile Island. Let's get out of here.
you could probably find a piece of that guy because he's splintered into pieces. You might be walking by a foot.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a piece of the
No,
guy
that guy and take off.
because she grabbed.
Yeah,
she
but we're gonna
grabbed
be.
the
Yeah.
unconscious wizard.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a piece of the creature
Okay.
to take for Jerry.
You guys find your
take
way. So who's carrying the guy who passed out? Willa, you are. Give me a strength check. I want to just make sure you don't flub it and you're able to carry him without too much concern.
16. I'm now back down to my normal size, so it's only a plus 3. So 19.
19. Scoop him up. The rest of you start running back up the angle up to the 10-foot drop. You start clambering up that drop and back into the cave site on the opposite side of the collapse. And there's fresh rocks that have fallen during your time running back and up. And you can hear on the other side of the rocks, hurry up, Things are going crazy out here. Hurry up! You can hear the dwarf frantic, yelling for you to hurry.
I'm using all my movement to dash and everything.
Yeah.
We all
You
know.
know.
Yeah, so you have to like drag his fainted form through that opening. All you come out the other side.
Sorry.
Don't fall.
I'm a little dramatic.
A little-
All of you come out the other side, and you just hear as a big thing of dust comes billowing out from the other side of the chamber that you were in, and you can just hear the hum, the whoop, whoop. And as you go racing to the elevator platform, you see the dwarf on the platform going, hurry up, get on the platform, let's go.
I feel like it's almost a rag.
Oh, we're running.
Yeah, you're running. Cave is collapsing. You get to the platform. He throws the switch. Pull the counterweight. Pull the counterweight.
Is there anything we can help
Okay, yeah. But I'm just all my weight's on it, and I'm just taking.
with? Okay, can I set the unconscious guy down and
Yeah,
cool?
yeah. You set him down, but he's yelling up at someone who's supposed to be stationed at the top.
Yeah.
And he's like,
yours.
pull the. Holy fuck! Pull the. Nobody's up there. What the? And he starts looking and
The
looking.
gnome was supposed to be above the elevator.
Yeah. And it's a good 250, 300 feet up. You can see the chain and then the counter pulley weight. What are you guys doing?
Can I reach the counterweight?
I mean, looking up, give me a perception check as you kind of scan where you think it might be.
I'm not perceptive.
I will look too.
That would be 11.
11? Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to find a dice that won't fuck me.
Don't fuck me, Gil.
18 plus 2, dirty
You
20.
follow where Will is staring, and you look slightly over to the right. Right even with where you're supposed to step off about 250 feet up, you see a heavy metal kind of like weight hanging. It looks like that should have been let go, which would allow the platform to come up, but it's still hanging up there. No one's released the lever.
Is there a lever down here?
Oh, I'll use my mage hand.
That's limited to, I think, 60 feet.
Not when I use my last intellect dice.
Don't you, Jerry, don't you have the ability to fly? We saw you do it.
He's like,
I'm going with this.
it's like in panic mode. You're trying to see. You notice with that same perception check, there's a very long double corded rope and chain that lead
don't use my
down the
mage hand.
side of like, and then there seems to be like a heavy like hook or device that can be released manually. The problem is that's the brake release, which means it's going to shoot the thing up. It's not going to be able to stop as it just hurtles up towards the top.
Go for it. I step off.
The whole
before it
thing,
goes
like-
up. No, I'm just kidding.
If that's the brake release, can we engage that as we go
No,
up?
that stays. That's like an emergency
Oh.
part of the counterweight that stays on the ground.
How fast are we talking?
I mean, you went down slowly. It's 250 feet. Give me a survival check. See if you can do the
And
calculation.
several people only have
Oh.
one hit point.
Yeah.
Use your entanglement to like go
I
against the
used
walls
it.
to like.
Well, I mean, I can still use my plant ability. But that's a 11 plus what? What was it?
Wisdom?
Survival.
Survival. Oh, I get an advantage on that one. Doesn't matter. 14.
14. I mean, hurling straight up uncontrollably for 250 feet. Probably gonna be pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yep, terminal velocity.
Okay, we're
You watch as a gout of dust comes from up
we have
above.
we have little choice, guys. We're going to explode and we're going to lose our way out.
Okay.
Can I look just real quick and like look around, stop being scared for a second, and then look around and see if I can see?
Give me a charisma save.
Why a charisma save?
Because
Can't
you're trying to stop
scared.
being scared. You're craven.
Oh my God, I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Okay, he's
Oh,
craving. Can he just fly up there?
so Ivar, describe your panic as panic sets in.
I'm like running around in circles.
As he's running around in circles, he grabs on to the brake release and trips on the platform at the same
What
time,
happened?
and you watch as the brake release comes loose.
Okay, I'm
All
going.
I'm like this.
hurtling up.
Hey, what's the?
I'm
You
great.
watch as the weight comes by you.
Ah, shit.
You can each try to do one reaction before it hurdles past the 250 feet mark.
I
It
would like
is
to grab the unconscious person and prepare to leap.
okay. You're getting ready to leap.
And if I can grab him too, I will. But I have 2 arms. I don't know.
Fair point.
I'll grab Jerry and
And as you grab it, his
and-
little legs are still moving like he's trying to run.
and
I cast sleep on myself so I don't feel myself die. I have one
You
hit
can't
point.
sleep. We all
He
go to sleep.
literally faints in your arms.
I'm holding him, and I tell Ivory to get ready to jump too.
Okay, so even the dwarf sees what you're doing and goes, all right, I think you're fucking crazy, but we can do this. And I'm gonna roll.
It's going fast. I'm like this.
So I need, since you're all prepared for it, you planned it out. I need everyone to give me deck saves with advantage.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh man, my
Back
deck.
up 20.
Nice. Describe your heroic action before anyone else rolls.
Okay. So we're running like there's like an opening where we're supposed to be coming out of, right? But
So you're coming straight up,
okay.
right?
But there's like
But there's a platform there that will take you out of the mine and down into the valley.
does it go up any higher than that?
It does, but if it does, it's gonna squish you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. So as we're rushing towards the front, I'm going to be towards the back, and as we get to the as I see the platform going, I'm going to use my vines to come out and push everybody as I leap forward.
Okay. So with that, as the platform hurdles and hurdles and hurdles, you push everybody
Mhm.
except for one person
Oh, why not?
because the dwarf rolled a natural 1.
Come on, I got a natural 20.
I know,
It
I know,
balances.
but it's his. I know.
I don't want him
so-
to die.
So you grab onto Ivory and you grab onto Jade
Did
and
he get advantage though?
yeah, I was with advantage.
He rolled
got 2
two
natural-
ones.
Yeah.
Okay, but with my help, can get a reroll.
Well, no, because this is his failure versus your heroic action.
I don't
So
want him to
as you
die.
grab onto everybody, you go to grab onto him, you kind of lose balance slightly, and you force everybody off in perfect timing. All of you go tumbling onto the platform. The dwarf's about to leap, and then and it's just a hand and jelly. And you guys are like, and then
I don't feel very heroic.
you watch what he sticks to. The rock starts falling down. You can hear the collapse of the mine shaft down below. Huge clouds billowing out and up and over you guys as you stand there on the ground.
Where's the
Um,
gnome?
The who?
The gnome, the one that was.
Give me a
supposed to
perception
be-
check.
Is he bones? Everybody's dead. They're gonna be like, what happened to everybody? There's no witnesses. We caused everybody to die.
12.
Well, looking around, you don't see any sign of them. You guys are still in the main mine hallway, like the cavern itself. Looking out, when did you guys get here? You kind of think about it for a moment. Was it daylight when you got here? Nighttime?
Yeah.
It was night. It was daylight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange. Like looking outside, it's almost like there's a sun just hanging out in the valley. It's so bright that once the ash kind of clears and the dust clears, your eyes can barely look out. For you, it's perfect. You just feel and see tremors everywhere. And you see, or you think you see, spectrums of tremors emanating out from where you believe the ruin to be, out in the valley that you guys had passed up to get into the mines.
There's tremors. As in like little bugs? Or like tremors as in
Earthquakes.
earthquakes. So it's just like all across
You're
the land.
adorable. Tremors like little bugs.
I'm just imagining a swarm of freaking scare beetles, okay?
It wasn't. Didn't we head out in the evening?
Oh, yeah, because we were in a hurry.
Because I have evening of
Yeah,
day 10.
it was evening. It's like daylight outside.
Okay.
It's strange. It's so bright. It's blinding for those of you that see normally. And as you look, it's when you first notice there's scorch, kind of like there's like scorch marks on the interior of the mine that you're in, like in the cavernous space. That's when you all look to your right, and there's a neatly just perfect outline of a humanoid figure,
Is it a gnome?
and it's just ash.
Gnome sized?
Maybe. It's hard to tell. It's kind of distended and on the ground like it got burnt backwards, like something burst into the chamber. What are you guys doing? Tremors are getting worse.
Do we go towards the light?
I don't think there's
Right.
anywhere else to go.
I get on. I like slump onto my raptor with
Are
my
you-
1 hit point.
You guys are still up in the
We're
mine,
still up in the mine.
Yeah.
The raptors are down in the town.
down in the valley,
Yeah, we gotta run
Where are the tremors coming from?
everywhere.
everywhere.
Okay,
not
well, I
here.
want to run away from the mine because there's something
you
under
still
there. Something
unconscious?
huge under the mine.
Are you still unconscious?
Yeah.
You fainted.
Oh yeah, I fainted. I forgot.
In your
You're
panic.
relying on being.
You rolled a 1.
You're under my arm.
I'm having a dream. I'm in my space pod just chilling.
Listen to lo-fi.
This is
Yeah.
Jerry. This is Jerry. And I'm holding the
And I've got this unconscious wizard that I'm really debating on whether or not I should drop.
Yeah, I mean, you've got him over your shoulder, and you guys are all now running
Yep.
out of the mine. As you get out of the mine and skid to a stop looking down where the ruin was, it's all collapsed in on itself.
big
So we gotta go around that.
And in the middle of it, you can see this strange kind of like red, kind of molten substance that's just kind of bubbling. It doesn't look like lava. It looks like uncontained arcane energy just burbling at the
What
surface.
does it feel like for me, based on where I grew up and what I'm made of?
Not familiar at all.
So it's not.
It does feel a little familiar when you were clutching that creature.
Okay. So it feels like that.
Like that
Battery
weird,
I got you.
like chemically burn that you were getting clutching that
That
Gotcha.
creature.
natural burn.
Knows.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know anything else could burn.
But you can see the walkway down is still intact.
Uh-huh.
You can see other ashen piles out here of humanoid forms. Possibly the other guards that were posted out
Every
here.
single
Are there
person we
4 of
brought.
There are 4 of them.
Every single person we brought.
Oh, no,
died.
it'd be 3.
You get the-
Sorry, it was 3.
Yeah, the one there was the dwarf, the one at the top of the elevator, and the 3 out front were those were the last 3.
Jerry,
And
I saved you a hand.
you get the
You're still
feeling
unconscious.
that when this thing ruptured at first, it probably cascaded a huge burst of energy outbound. And now it's just sitting there burbling and boiling like it's about to do it again.
Feels like hollow victory. Let's go.
Run.
You heard me
Run.
in your mind.
Okay.
In your mind.
So
You
I
have to
need
run.
you and Willa to give me con saves to see if you start gaining any exhaustion as you're trying to just run past your peak abilities to get out of here.
Con save
Yep.
is 18.
18, so you're good.
13.
13. DC was a 10 for the first bit of the sprinting. So you're heavy breathing. You're kind of taking it in stride. You guys come down off the front of the mine.
Carbon dioxide.
Yeah. As you come down off the front of the mine and you begin to sprint across the open field of the dead zone that was around this ruin, you're just sprinting and moving faster, but the ground is beginning to feel sludgy and slightly warm. Like whatever that is kind of emanating
like
outward.
the goo stuff we saw when we were coming in.
A little bit, yeah. But now it's like warm and sludgy, and it's like not until you get about halfway through the field you realize it's getting tacky and sticky and beginning to blister your feet a little bit. Go ahead and give me fresh con saves, please.
I would like the ability to turn it into a tree bird.
That would be funny.
Natural 20.
Nice. Describe your heroic action. 2 in a row.
Yeah. Okay. I would like. This stuff it's kind of liquidy forming.
No, liquid would be no viscous at all. This is sludge and sticky and making it hard for you guys to move through it.
What I would kind of like to do is I would like to grow kind of a raft, get everybody on that like not a like a sled, and I would like to run, pulling this thing.
So you
And if we get to a hill, we can slide
you
down.
cause a
hills.
bed of vines to extend down behind you, and they interweave and interwove into like a carrying sled. You immediately have Ivory and the others all get in, and you put the fainted form of the wizard in
Totally
there.
works for me because I rolled a 5.
And you're watching as you're sprinting. You now have a point of exhaustion from the effect. But with your heroic action, you're now pulling. So you get to ignore difficult terrain for right now,
Where do they
based on doing this. However, as you get further and further out of this area of effect, give me one final con save to make sure you don't take any exhaustion.
That would probably get me. It is an 11.
You get to the edge of the field, and you take a point of exhaustion, but you're now out of the sludgy residue. Down at the entrance of the valley, you can see the remains of the campsite that you guys had initially pitched, and that's where all the raptors are currently tethered to the campsite down the very edge of the valley that you came into. You drag the rest of them, and all of you two look backwards to see.
Is it a mushroom cloud?
And there's like this silence. What are you guys doing?
Getting on the raptors and taking off.
Okay.
Yep, taking the other raptors too.
Okay.
The unconscious guy, can I tie the sled off to one of them and hold on to the reins?
Take time. It'll take about 10 minutes.
I mean, he can't exactly be on the raptor by himself, right?
Yeah, you can. We can tie him to the raptor.
That's what I'm saying.
We can
Well,
tie
no,
him
you
to the
said you want to take the sled and build something out of the sled.
No. Take the sled, put it on the raptor. Like,
raptor. You don't have to
Crazy, huh?
just tie him. Just throw him over the raptor and tie him to the raptor.
oh, okay,
Yeah, just like rope his hands and
Yeah.
tether him
Yeah.
to it.
I'm doing
Okay.
the same thing with Jerry.
okay.
At the end of the few minutes it takes to do this, you guys kind of put yourselves in the saddles and you just hit those raptors in the hinds and begin to tear off down the main route that you took into the valley towards the edge of the forest. Takes a few minutes to get out and in, and then you just hear like nothing. There's just silence.
No woods noises either.
Yeah, just
How's
like
the forest
nothing.
feel?
And then as you're getting further and further and further away from the site, you eventually see just this huge cloud form up and up and up with no sound. And then this massive force wave comes tearing out of the area, slamming into all of you. I need everyone to make strength saves, please.
Hey, advantage.
Do I have to make a strength save? I'm
You come to
unconscious.
consciousness. You come out of your faint
Okay.
condition at this point.
Because we're exhausted, we have disadvantage.
Is it on
It's ability
it's
checks,
on
I believe, though.
ability?
Yeah,
So not saves.
not saves.
So a con, you said?
Strength.
Strength save.
Strength.
It doesn't matter. That's a natural 1.
I got a 9!
Nice.
I got an 8.
Nice.
Plus 3.
Yeah. So as the wave hits, the raptors just go head over heel. All of you go flying off your mounts.
Taking how many hit points?
8 points of falling damage.
Dead again.
So you go
I'm
unconscious.
unconscious.
8 points of falling damage. 8 points of falling damage.
Can
The
I-
unconscious wizard is unconscious again. The fainted wizard is unconscious
I get
again.
10 good berries at least with good berries, so I still have them. Can I put one in each of them again?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
cool.
You said 8 points?
Yes. And all you see running full tilt are your mounts disappearing into the forest. Just running off from the force that slammed into them and freaked them
Damn it,
out
Jerry. I knew
Two
you
of them
should have
tied
freaking.
to them?
to themselves.
No,
Yeah,
like they're
they're
tied
tied
to the
Yeah, but they got blown off anyways.
okay.
Yeah.
Where are we?
You just see a rising mushroom cloud off in the distance, Jer.
Watching the mushroom cloud sitting
Oh.
there.
That was almost us.
You can see the edge of the forest line. All the trees have been pushed in.
We lost our entourage.
That's a massive fusing explosion. Wow.
Is that what that is?
Haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Do you say that out loud?
Have you
Okay.
ever seen one, or you just have implanted memories of them?
Well, the Clone Wars.
The
But-
Clone Wars.
They're over now. We all get along.
Okay.
All
I'm
fake
Sorry,
memories.
making it up.
It's all fake memories. It's-
I'm gonna stick and I'm gonna cast Tiny Hut.
And the light fades, casting everything back into starry darkness.
Why are we sick to
Yeah.
our stomachs? Why are we getting blisters?
There's not. You guys have none of your equipment other than what you're wearing. Your raptors are gone.
And
No
the-
campsite.
And the
You
living
bring the
will-
tiny hut into existence.
I give you one of the berries so you don't go hungry.
And the living will envy the dead.
You guys all just kind of crawl in.
We bring
And just-
we bring the unconscious guy.
Yeah, you bring in the wizard after he gets a good berry, and
Can I plant myself just outside the hut?
good. There's not much left.
I'm the only tree for miles.
Yeah, I mean, other
Well,
than the
they're-
direction
they're
that the
just
raptors
down,
took
right?
off into towards the edge of the forest line,
Mhm.
but you're in like barren grass.
Oh no, we
and-
want to go into the forest. Well, no, we don't want to go into the forest.
I hide better in the forest.
Let's go to the edge of the forest.
Okay.
And cast.
and then cast a tiny hit. Okay.
Because we don't want to be in the middle of the barren.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the.
And you
desert.
find enough like
Makes me
felled
sick.
trees and kind of debris from the force wave that you find a good like area to kind of like hide the tiny hut, and you
It
guys
just
are all
looks like
just
a rock.
exhausted, and you just all crawl into it and
Yep.
pass out.
I would like to use Pike as I'm going to sleep
Okay.
to try and heal a little bit of this.
I'm curling up with Ivory and giving
Damn!
giving her a good berry too.
Okay.
Did someone give Mama some good berries in their pants?
Yummy.
Did you make the
We
boo
call him our little lotion bottle.
I'm gonna go
It sounded like a lotion,
It does.
like the last remnant
Yeah.
of like a
change.
lotion
I'm
bottle.
gonna go change the lotion bottle.
You were
That was that one had yeah. Pee-pee. Come here. Come here, babies. Come here.
I love how you guys were like down to your final hit points. That was great.
Actually, that was pretty good. It didn't hit me.
Well, you're technically the tank.
Yeah, this was which is why like when I turn into my tree form, it helps. So, 32. I had 32 hit points left. So I put myself between that thing and Jade.
Everybody in their noises this week.
I know, right? Especially her. I mean, that poodle, man. That poodle.
Natural one.
The ones and 20s. My
Oh, I
dwarf
read
rolled
that
2 natural ones. Rocks fall and everybody dies.
I wanted him to live. Now there's nobody to cooperate with us.
Funny how that works.
Couldn't it be like an even thing? You know, a natural 20 balances out a natural 1.
Not how heroic and it's not how heroic failures and heroic actions work. Sweet pea, you are just so funny.
I'm like the doctor. The one time everybody lives. This is not it.
What are you doing, Ivar?
Willow and
I'll tell you when we're off.
Okay.
Jerry's final will and testament.
My probe, I leave to Ivory. She's the one I trust.
Ow. I know it's weird. It's like light. Okay. So we're all sleeping now?
You guys have all passed out.
I know. If it's not you, it's the baby.
Poor Sweet Pea.
Mm.
Covering her eyes ain't gonna do you any good. She doesn't have eyeballs.
Yeah. They're just
It's
opaque orbs. It's like you're looking into death's
I
eyes.
know.
When I was a kid in science class, some of my science teachers had birds in the class,
Mm.
and they would be like making all this noise, and then they just put this blank sheet over them, and then they just get quiet, like, all right.
Ooh, she was whiny.
Oh, yeah. She was me in hell that she was whining.
Was it Jergens or something worse?
It looked like split pea soup.
Oh,
Split pea soup jergens? You want to be
Kick
on the
those
ground?
legs, boy.
Who's enjoying kicking his legs?
Yeah.
Trying.
All
Kicking
right,
those
so
legs
we're
were-
back up to hit points.
So take your long rest.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
And I'm going to will myself to have more hit points, so I'm going to roll a D100. Tired of being slapped around. No, I'm just kidding. You see me with the probe at the door, and it's going like this.
He's welding it shut.
No.
Hey, Jerry.
Radiation.
Oh.
Jerry. Jerry, I saved you an arm.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's from one of those.
I'm
creatures.
starving. Oh, all right. That's what you meant. All right.
Ooh, speaking of starving, I want another lemon bar. Please.
Oh, here,
Because unfortunately, those are
Thanks.
not going to last very long.
here, I
Give
have
him a
this
lemon.
too.
No. Just a lemon bar's fine.
You're starving, but you don't
He's
want
not
the toasted
starving.
bar.
I'm not starving. I want
He wants a
dessert.
lemon bar.
Mmm. Ooh, they're getting room temperature now. A little gooey.
Good gooey, bad gooey.
Good gooey. I remember these from last year.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is
Okay.
us taking a long rest, everyone. Yes.
Yep, eating our good berries.
So, escaping the clone chamber. Milestone.
Yay!
Mmm.
Well, we don't call it a milestone. It's just
No, we do.
a level. It's not even a level. It's a maturing of the character.
Whatever, Ivan Reitman.
Maturing of the character. Okay.
Going around the table.
I want to be stronger.
Can I think about it?
What do we use since the last milestone?
So I don't know, cause like when I first did my hit points, I used a D10, and the last one we all had D8. So I'm not doing anything until I know what I'm rolling for. For hit points,
Why'd you roll a D8?
because you told me to.
Okay, so
I rolled a d8.
I mean, it was pretty high. It was like a 7, so it's not the worst. So,
But I'm used to rolling d8s because I usually run cleric.
and I'm kind of a fighter build, so
So-
that's why we had said I had a D10 before, but then you changed it for some reason.
I think
like,
rangers are
I didn't want to.
d8s too, right?
hey babe,
Are rangers
can't you
d8s?
see?
I can't get out the door, dude.
I'm not afraid.
Are rangers d8s?
I rolled a 2 on a D10.
Do hit points in a moment. So I think about what skill
Okay.
or what feat or something you've learned.
Oh, I want feet.
I learned that you try to kill us every game.
I need a book. All right, let me try and pull up D&D Beyond. I don't know if it'll work.
God bless you.
That was scary.
Sorry, buddy.
I was talking about me.
So 4, I get +2, 5 known spells, 2. And so I get second level.
Do we get? We don't get new spells when we level up.
Well, maybe this isn't exactly the normal milestone. For all we know, he'll let us take points. Who knows?
No, I need the book.
So I want to hit harder.
Well, you did do a lot of strength activity this time.
Mhm.
Between the first and this milestone, you did a lot of strength activity. I feel like the escape too, and the grapple would definitely lend into that.
Yeah.
But I also feel like you could also start the ability to become proficient in grappling. Like the idea of it becomes more natural to you because you want to absorb forms into yourself anyways.
Mm-hmm.
It's one possibility as well.
Mm-hmm.
I want many strength of feet.
Or whenever you're recognizing I think we should introduce strain into your character.
Strain.
So as a bonus action, you can use a skill called strain, which means once per long rest, you can put extra effort into a physical activity that's strength related.
Mm-hmm.
And you gain advantage on your strength check, and you gain a +3.
Let's see. Strain.
So that's one possible outcome I could see from this. Because you pushed yourself to the limits on your strength activity. What are you thinking, Jerry? I really feel like your telekinetic stuff came into play a lot.
Yeah.
Like maybe there should be some improvement on that.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff.
And I feel like Jade's frustration with her archery should somehow compel her to, like, I don't know, like, try to improve it through either dex, or we could say that through your frustration of not doing well, that you become more resolute in practice, and somehow that affects you. Because I'm trying to think of what all you did. I mean, once again, the one thing you could definitely improve on is your animal handling, because you did with between the raptors and your work with Ivory.
Mm-hmm.
Are you proficient in animal handling yet?
Mm-hmm.
So you could technically get advantage on animal handling now as a possible uptick to your abilities.
What do you do, Bubba?
I could take that.
Bubba doing.
I think that one kind of makes sense with your
Don't
character.
kick the chair. You don't kick the chair, crazy.
Being your animal, having an
Don't kick the chair, crazy.
would that be only for one
kick the
roll,
chair.
or would it be like for a certain amount of time, sort of thing?
It'd
A
be
minute,
up to a minute.
Up to a minute.
Yep.
That's 10
It's
rounds.
kind of like a form of rage, only it's designed. It's almost like you're going into a physical rage to do a specific purpose over a period of time. So kind of like
some of my giant tree form has just been put into my normal form, like
A little
like
bit.
I've been like straining to do that the whole time, and now it's just become. I have been Super Saiyan for so long that I
well,
can do
you're
it
almost like
naturally.
calling on your inner strength for just that short minute. You need to get something done
Mhm.
quickly, as it relates to your strength ability.
I like that.
So strain. So once per long rest, as a bonus action, you initiate strain, which gives you advantage on strength checks and +3 to your strength bonus.
Strength attack or just strength abilities?
Strength checks,
Checks. Brain.
but also +3
Mhm.
to your strength.
Okay.
So advantage on strength checks, +3 to your strength for up to a minute, once per long rest.
I had all that down, but my brain short circuited for a minute. It's so much of knowing.
You have advantage on all animal handling checks. Jerry, your ranged telekinesis effects have advantage now.
Okay.
Because you've been using it over and over, and I would say recently to really good effect. Should we do an improvement for Ivory yet?
Sure.
Make her dex go up by 1.
Means I have to. Okay.
Or her strength. Either or. She had 2 good pouncing attempts,
Mm-hmm.
even though she missed on her bites.
He's still clawed.
She's still applaud, yeah.
I've also been contemplating the ridiculous farce, which is their magic system.
Fair point.
Okay, so I'm still doing that
Okay.
so that I can gain the ability to ignore their fake magic.
So this is our second milestone, right? Everybody roll 2d8
Oh, I get
on your
Okay.
hit die.
2d8 instead of. Okay, so. Okay.
Milestone number 2. Roll 2d8.
That's why. Okay. That's why it was a d8 the first time.
Correct. That's our first milestone.
There was a reason
Yep.
why instead of
Mhm.
10. Okay. That's a 5.
Any ones?
It's a 3 and 2.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's a 5. And you get your con modifier for each hit die.
con +0, so I get 0 and
So
0.
5 plus 6.
Uh,
11.
What's your con modifier?
3.
So that's, it's 11 points for you.
All right.
I'm gonna have to remake Ivory's
Ooh,
sheet. Okay. 2d8.
So what's your hit points now, Jer?
40.
Pretty
Not
good.
bad.
Pretty good.
Decent.
I got a 5 as well.
I'll
Plus
survive
con,
one attack from one of your guys.
7.
Maybe.
So 43 and 7 is 50.
Correct.
I am
Just-
barely tank right now.
Do I roll for Ivory as well?
Do you roll for what?
Who's kicking?
Ivory going up
Who's
in
Yeah,
hit points?
kicking over
absolutely.
there? Kicking over there.
Ivory's hit
Kicking
points are
over.
more than
What
mine.
are you doing over there kicking? What are you doing over there kicking?
Especially when she's in her large form.
Jesus
What are you
Christ.
doing over there
Ivory
kicking?
got 11.
What are you doing over there
Why
kicking?
couldn't that be my roll?
Plus a con modifier.
Plus con is 1, so 2. 13.
Yep,
Two
13
is
total.
13.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's...
Guys, wake up to the rising sun.
We slept that long.
Yeah. Well, it was
I thought
night.
the sun was already rising.
Well, that was the
Ooh,
fusion reaction that just kicked off.
what? What about it? Are you kicking? Are you kicking with those legs? I'm gonna get that toe. I get it. Get it.
It's almost like if I use that in battle with my sword, it's almost like having proficiency.
Almost.
Since I use my strength for my bow, does it also work for my bow?
Because you're strength
My-
based.
I use my dex for my bow.
She's dex based. And he's intelligence based. So all of you wake up, bit
You're
sore,
gonna bash it, bash.
bruised, lacerated,
Oh.
ribs out of place.
Oh,
Oh, before that mage wakes
let's put
up.
that bark back where it goes.
Give him sleight of hand.
Oh, there we go.
You make it sound
Was that the
The probe.
probe on
That
the
was Proby the wand. The wand.
on the hand that I brought you back? Or
No, on the mage that was asleep.
Well,
Need
what's,
to know what's going
what's
on.
wrong
with
with
Hey, you
him?
make sure he's not infested with
Yeah,
bugs, you know?
you might
What's,
be one of them.
what's wrong with him?
He starts going like this.
I need sugar water.
Oh shit! What do we have in our left tiny hut? What have you brought in here?
water.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Now I want to watch that movie.
Men in Black. Yeah, I want the cricket.
Noisy cricket.
Noisy cricket. It's like blows apart.
Yeah, this one's for you.
Yeah.
What's it look like outside the dome?
There is a lot of ash and cloud up in the sky. You can see it's all coming from the direction of the ruin site in the valley. There is no sign of immediate wildlife around you, just a lot of debris and damage that's done at the edge of the forest. It's early morning. But, you know, you watch as a group of birds go flying by. And the wind kind of picks up a bit and swirls some of the ash and dust out in front. And there's Willa coming out of her tree farm. And there's a small 20-foot diameter patch of living things. That's about it.
Jerry,
Supposed
where'd
to
you
be a
leave that
mile.
insect?
Supposed to be.
Was that insect in your backpack, or was that insect on the?
It was in your backpack, wasn't it?
Yeah,
In
it
the
was in my
little
backpack.
ceramic?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, is that insect still?
Like a glass. It was like a glass thing with like wicker around it so it
Mhm.
wouldn't break. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still in.
Well, let's look at it.
Why?
Maybe it died because we did the explodey thing.
Okay, I look at it.
You look at it. It is. You look and it's upturned. And it doesn't. It looks like it's turned into rock.
Okay.
Oh, great. So the people who have those in their head, they're gonna have rock for brains. That's great.
Well, yeah, it is
Better
good.
than having them being controlled by some alien force.
Also, it means that swarm that was going to attack that town, we probably stopped it.
Hopefully in time.
Hopefully in time. I like to imagine that there was a swarm. They're like, "God save us," and then they all just come, and they just
Turn into rubble.
right
We
in
are
front of
gone.
their feet as they're going to hold out their last.
All right, so
For a tree, you have an overactive imagination.
Let's
There's a reason that I'm not in the forest at the moment. I was always curious.
What is that?
see if we can track the
What is that?
ice
What is
raptors.
that? What are you doing over there, crazy?
Give me a survival check. Been all night.
Bash. What you doing, Bash?
I mean, I doubt they'll go that far.
They were pretty terrified.
I could have wandered back because we're food sources.
Yeah, and I'll probe that hand thing too, the piece of the creature. I want to find
Okay.
out what it's all about. What the matter? What the matter?
Survival.
We have
Survival, right?
advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 13
You having fun over there?
and 15.
I mean, you know the general direction they went in? There's no immediate signs that they've wandered back. But there's about a 6-inch layer of ash and dust that have settled across the landscape as
Mhm.
well.
So we can't see any tracks anymore.
Yeah, the tracks have definitely been covered.
Okay. Let's head that way.
I
And...
need to find some gasoline.
Mhm.
Yeah, give me a survival check as you plunge your vines into the ground.
I only want the gasoline.
Checking on.
16. There are numerous tremors that match the sign of what you're looking for.
Mhm.
At first, but then you realize it's you guys come milling about. You try to latch into the root systems beyond you, and you're having a hard time connecting.
Because most of them are not feeling very good.
And most of them are probably dying or dead.
I wanted to help them so much.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
head the
God,
direction.
Let's
Let's
get out of here.
let's head the direction.
And your
in then.
crabgrass died.
How is Mage Dude? How is Mage Dude?
Oh, let me see.
Did you sniff your probe?
Yeah,
He just sniffed his probe.
that tells you a lot about someone's like eating
Yeah.
habits. All right.
He hasn't
What?
eaten
He hasn't
forever.
eaten for a long
I
time.
heard,
That shit's
I heard
clean.
something that sounded like drinking lotion. Yeah, I check his little probe and see what it tells me about
The
him.
face you just gave me, babe.
A little bit of Merlot peeking out there.
Oh, right. Okay, there we go. Now I can read it. I'm messing with you. I didn't do that to you. That would be funny.
As you guys are all milling about out front of the tiny hut, and it
Oh,
collapses.
yeah, it collapses the minute I go out.
He sits up on the ground. Just the ash is sticking to him, and he's looking around.
Because it's like.
Yeah, the ash would fall
Yeah.
on him from the top of the hut.
Hello.
Don't worry,
Hello.
he's fine.
As long as you don't do anything that you'll regret.
Yeah. So,
I-
who are you?
My name is Trendo.
Trendo?
Did you have
How do you
two
spell
ogres with you?
Trendo?
Trendo.
Did you originally come here around 3 weeks ago with two ogres in tow?
It doesn't
I
relate
think
to
he
how long
knows
he's
how
been.
long he's been out, honey.
I don't know of any.
Are you a mage of the Golden Raven?
I'm affiliated with them, but I don't.
How'd you
Where
get
are
in
we?
that
Are you
chamber?
Staga? You have red eyes.
Imagine like Jerry's there with his little book.
You got his name, the name of the
What's
guy.
the last thing you remember?
Thousands of insects covering your body before you lapse into consciousness and terror.
He looks at you
Why don't we
strangely.
let him answer, Jerry? Why don't we let him answer?
You don't want to feed him answers.
How would you know of my phobia?
Hmm.
I've been
Well, that explains everything.
terrified of insects my whole life.
That, when he was plugged into, he was creating
Oh.
bugs because
I came from the outside of the town of Luga some 3 or 4 months ago
you know.
How
to
do
do
you know it
some
was-
preliminary studies on the mines.
Oh.
What was supposed to be there?
Nothing, as far as I know. I was supposed to report on anything I found.
Who were you supposed to report to?
The head of the Golden Raven Order.
Oh, who's that?
I think his name is Brent von Sadash. Is his name?
Hmm.
He's Dwendalian.
Hmm. And then after that, you don't remember anything?
I remember everything up to the point that I can't remember. I remember going up to the mine. Nothing was nothing was out of the ordinary first. But then I remember traversing the larger of the three mines. Took the elevator down. There were a handful of people there operating the elevator for me. There were still people there. Like they were in the process of taking samples or collections of sorts.
Hmm.
And then I remember a loud explosion. They had opened up a new section of tunnel. I think they were in the process of maybe trying to recover the mines, get them operating again. It's possible.
Hmm.
I think I know what happened.
And then I remember I was taking notes of the ruins. I thought they were quite stunning. This valley is very verdant. I mean, you
Not
look around,
anymore.
well, it was.
They are hurting. At this point, I kind of cut my hand, and I'm actually letting my own life force try and feed the earth around me, just to try and help my
You're
brother.
bleeding.
It's not blood, don't worry.
Okay,
I'm actually trying to help what I can.
nothing's happening.
Family. I'm beating my
Oh, okay.
You were hooked up to a machine that was, I don't know.
A machine. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, a magic what's-it device that had magical probes in your head that was feeding off your thoughts and energies.
Seems strange. You seem strange, but I'm not dead, so I at least owe you that much.
Well,
How far out? I don't. We're
I
just
think
near the
I know
valley,
what
aren't we?
happened. After he was taken by that thing, he started creating those bugs, but a fellow member of the Golden Mage thing went in there to try and find him, and then got taken by the bugs, and I think he's the one that had the ogres.
Did you have two ogres with you?
No, I travel alone. I prefer it.
He
Do you remember
before.
Out of character, how long ago did Luga say, or not Luga, the dwarf from Luga say that other mage came through?
3 to 4 days ago? So
3 to
that's a
4
week.
weeks.
So like it's
3
like
to 4
3
weeks
like
ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Not 3 to 4 months
when
ago.
so-and-so
No.
when Trendo didn't report back, I'll bet you they sent somebody to try and find him.
And that's probably the one that you saw.
Getting attacked
What
by
year
bugs.
is it?
Yeah, what year is it? I have no idea.
Well, I think when I left the guild hall, it was 986 PD post divergence,
What are we at now?
1021 post divergence.
986 PD.
Oh, terribly sorry, old chap. Anybody you know is dead. It's been about 100 years since you walked in there.
You say it was 1,000.
Okay, 40 years. I don't do math well here.
It's like 1020 PD now.
Oh, okay, 10, 20. Okay.
And he left the guild hall 982 PD in spring.
Okay.
So roughly about 40 years ago.
So 40 years ago. So the mage that came 2 or 3 days, well, so 2 weeks ago, he went in there probably to check to see where you went.
40 years later.
I don't know.
Maybe a mystery.
It's a mystery.
It was a mystery he wanted to solve.
Yeah, they wanted to solve the mystery of where he went.
Yeah.
Or they were just searching the cavern
And you
again.
do recall that Snod, the regent of Luga, had mentioned the mines had been closed some 25, 30 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
So the
longer.
mines were
It's been
closed
40 years.
because of the collapse, because of what came in there, because whatever, well, those beings that took him and didn't magic with him. So we probably need to get back to your guild hall and maybe talk to them about this. I'm sure they'd be very interested in to talk to you.
He kind of sits down in shock. 40 years?
I'm sorry, this might come as a shock to you. What species is he?
Human.
Yeah, his family's probably dead.
He looks.
doubtful.
I mean, parents would be probably
He
dead.
looks. Well, give me a history check as you kind of study him a little bit more in depth.
Does he look like he aged while in the crystal? Does he look ancient? Does he look old? Does he look like...
He kind of looks at his hands and at your kind of inquisitive looks. He hasn't aged a day in his
It's
life.
kept him alive.
And how old are you now?
I'm 49.
49. Well, you're still 49
he would
after
be
40
89.
years, so you did pretty well for yourself.
Well, you don't look 89.
Okay.
Did you have a wife?
Why do you want to bring that up?
Because I'm cruel.
Oh, that's right. That you.
Okay, guys.
When they
Okay.
mate, they
How
stay
about-
together and.
How about we get some good berries again, and
Yeah.
we try tracking the
I bring forth
Um,
good berries for all my fleshy peoples.
ice
So who
raptors.
rolled?
I rolled an 8, but
Eight?
2,
What?
so it's 10.
What was
History
it?
check?
Oh, history check. I get Forple proficiency with that.
I do not.
I plowed my ball.
I rolled a 20!
Nice.
I'm not even gonna roll. You got a 20.
You can still roll, see how much you know.
I got a 6.
So I got 23.
I don't know what happened yesterday.
Between his accent, he sounds like he might be from a region within the Morrow called the Purbo Forest. And it's a deep eastern region of the Dwendalian Empire.
Don't quite.
He has a little bit of hint of Zemian, but it's been
Kick your legs. You kick those legs.
it's very subtle.
You kick those legs. You get those legs going.
His
good.
hair normally brown, but
You
it's
gotta
kind
learn
of
to turn
thinned.
over. You gotta learn to turn
His
over.
features have actually improved a bit since he's kind of taken some good berries and gotten a normal sleep.
Turning over is the next important
But you
step
can't
in
help
your
but notice he
development.
constantly
He can turn
itches
over.
at his
Okay.
elbows
Yeah,
and
just
his
not in the dog
legs,
process
like,
that stops him.
Oh,
you know, like
gotcha.
maybe he's remembering something without actually knowing what it is.
That's cruel. Make me itch. Make me laugh now.
40 years. Had a wife. 4 kids.
Your kids are probably still alive.
A little place called Trustenwald. Lived there for some time. Joined the Order of the Golden Raven to finally study within the city of Vasselheim. It's a place in Vasselheim called the Vault. In the Platinum Sanctuary, I did most of my studying there. I don't know what to do now. We're a long way from civilization, aren't we?
We're exactly where you were before you.
Well, no, but 40 years, I'm sure some of these.
I mean, he was in the same place that he was when he.
What? But 40 years ago, who knows what was out here?
Was there any civilization?
What was the closest town to you from here?
Luda.
I think little crossroad town.
He stopped at Luga before. He said he'd stopped at Luga.
No, the
Hello?
other mage stopped at Luga, but he might have had.
No,
Right.
he said he stopped at Luda.
Yeah, he said he stopped at Luga.
Yeah, a little
Oh.
farm town. A bunch of ranches. Not much of a village, really. Just a
It's
little.
not much of a village now. It's destroyed by massive wolves.
What's this?
Well, let's get you back to civilization. Well, we maybe find out what's going on here.
Where?
Must have been a reason why they sent you down here.
They sent me to study the mines. They said that they could possibly have competitive resources equal to a resource known as brimstone, the resource that allows ships to fly. Tal'Doria,
to go
I believe,
back
still
there.
uses them. Vasselheim has a couple. I
Okay.
believe there's a couple in
You said flying
Marquise
ships.
in Marquette has a couple. It's very expensive to harvest, very expensive to process, and they were under the impression that this mine may have led to a resource that might have allowed us to use it in the same way. So they sent me to investigate and possibly find the substance.
Don't
Did you
forget
find
the
any?
Fairweather Flying Ship Company.
Did you find any?
I first day I arrived is the last day I remember.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'd like to go home.
Well, let's go.
we need to find our mouse. Can you walk?
I could run if I have to.
You might have to. We run into.
Well, if
Some
you're not
things out here.
if you're not feeling well enough to walk, I can carry you.
Well, if my memory serves, we're
Who made these?
maybe a day or two's walk from the outskirts of Luga. The
There's
mines
nobody-
aren't very far.
There's nobody in Luga anymore. But we did have mounts. They have disappeared into the woods. We might be able to track them down. We might not. They had our resources.
Well, look at him stare at you. Give me it, Uncle Ivar. Put it in my mouth. It look yummy. And then he'll go, oh, wait a minute. Mom had some. I'll get it in a minute. I'll get it in a little while. I defer to whatever it is you choose to do. I'm going to sit here and gather my thoughts.
We need to find the ice raptors if we can.
Yes.
So let's head towards.
He
The-
says he's going to sit there. Someone has to stay with him if he's going to sit here.
He'll come to. Don't worry, he'll come to.
He's our only evidence.
Big crater that we left behind is evidence as well.
That something happened, but not that we didn't do it.
Okay.
Jay just gives you a look like, fuck, why do you gotta go down that trail? It's like you've played adjacent games before.
So we need to head towards
Just
where
these
the
people trying to blame me for stuff.
ice raptors ran into the
He
forest,
gets up.
right?
As soon as you guys start wandering towards the forest edge, he gets up and he just has a book, his like what he's wearing. He's got that tuck underneath, and he's just kind of following behind the three of you, and Ivory kind of foot padding alongside as well. As you guys go a little bit deeper into the forest, as you get a little deeper into the forest,
Now that we're in the forest,
Can I see better?
it once again you have relied upon the natural growth around you to reflect back.
Mhm.
And once
Are
again, it
these trees
feels
still
a
dead?
bit blinding at first, but as you get a little bit deeper, you begin to realize the woods are improving a bit. Maybe the outskirts took the brunt of the force explosion. And now you're beginning to hear like the distant sounds of like birds and nattering insects. Like this part of the forest might be getting a little bit more alive. But the weird thing is no snow, no ice anywhere. The heat and force has melted it all for miles around
Oh, look, spring came early this year.
for some of us. Yes.
yes,
Um,
yes, Willa. Can you sense the ice raptors?
Give me a survival check.
18 plus 3, so 20.
There are 5 medium-sized creatures that sound like they're feasting on something. About 180 feet directly in front of you in the densest part of the forest.
Either it's our ice raptors or it's something eating our ice raptors.
It's it.
Excuse me. Ice raptors? Those were your mounts.
Yes.
Those eat people, don't they?
They've been
Sometimes. Let's go. If you want to stay here with Jerry, Willa and I can go. look.
No, I'll come with you.
Okay, let's.
I don't know why, but every time I look at him, my ass hurts.
I'd stay. I'd stay.
I don't know why either. I mean, he makes most people's butt pucker, so you know. Yeah. Let's.
Very interesting.
What?
Psychological.
What's interesting?
Nothing. Just ignore him.
What?
Let
Your
Why is it-
DNA makeup is
What does that even mean?
not indigenous.
let's go. What?
It's
Jerry,
What
his,
about they've been feeding him?
it's-
It has no smell.
They haven't been feeding. Look at him. They weren't feeding.
Well, I
All right,
mean, for
let's
40
go.
years they had to have been feeding him some type
No,
of nutrients.
He had to have been in stasis. He didn't even age.
Yes, but
Okay, let's 180 feet. You guys need to be quiet.
I can become like the forest.
Yes, but that means not talking to.
Tree. I don't have to talk.
they were probably
But you always do.
they were probably pumping liquid nutrients.
Probably. All right,
Up
let's put a
into
pin
him.
in that and let's
What do
go.
you mean up into me?
Might
There
be
was a
why.
lot of
That's
tubes.
probably why your. That's probably
Let's
why
put it
your
that
rear
way.
hurts.
Oh.
You had a lot of tubes in you. If you notice your arms. Have
Yeah, they're very
marks.
itchy.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna
You watch as he like pulls at his arm, and there's like 3 inches of extra skin that comes away from his atrophied muscles.
Was he fat before he was in there?
Are you asking me like that?
I think she,
Was
I
I
think
portly?
Carolyn. I think Carolyn was asking, not Willa. It was not in Willa's voice. Okay, so we're gonna.
This isn't medieval
We're gonna-
liposuction. Come on, people. Let's go get our raptors.
All right. Do you guys all want to stay here and I just go look?
Mm-mm.
Okay, then be quiet.
Everybody give me stealth checks. Actually, I want to drink out of that big jug. Oh, wait, I do.
Well, 7.
Good
A
one.
5 and a 2.
But I'm.
Lovely. Just lovely.
Lovely.
You
Oh
get
my god, our little house has a toilet.
I rolled a 5 and a 2.
I got a 13.
Our little house has a
Oh
toilet.
my god, I rolled 2 17s. What the frack?
Nice.
Hey, at least
Plus
it's
4 is 21.
There's a couple things you pick up on almost instantly as the group moves forward. It sounds like a herd of rhinos behind you. Everybody else is just loud as fuck, and you're just like,
it's a
Stay here.
it's
I
a
stay there.
reaction from
Yeah.
the explosion. Or
I agree. Perhaps we should let the silent one.
usually quieter, but I'm having a hard time seeing.
Willa,
Bumps into
Willa,
something.
stay.
You don't have eyes.
No, she doesn't. She uses the trees to see. So I'm
You
gonna.
a dryad.
I don't think so. But I've been attributed to a kin.
Interesting.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, so you kind of leave them all talking quietly behind, and first 100 feet, you're kind of stepping over brambles and following little bits of debris, and you just kind of peek through like this heavy bit of flora and foliage, and sure enough, there's 5 of the ice raptors around a large elk that's been felled. Whether it was dead already, hard to tell. Could have died in
Do
the
they still have our
blast.
saddles on?
And they're just, still have their saddles on. You see your saddlebags kind of bouncing off the sides, and a lot of the equipment that you guys would normally carry on the saddles is there. And they're just chewing and eating and picking their heads up and looking around and swallowing. And
I'm gonna walk up to him.
okay, give me animal handling with advantage because you've become more proficient in that. Here come the double ones. And they sprint off into the deepest part of the
Yeah.
forest.
I rolled 2 natural ones.
No, it's fine. It's a 16.
16. You approach the one that you recognize that you were riding. It sees you and
I don't have Ivory with me.
it sees you and then trots over to you, kind of nudges you, and you kind of take the bit and the bridle, and the others eventually turn and see you and kind of trot over to you. You've got a string of the 5 raptors under control, and you're now leading them back
Can I see
to
any of
everybody
the
else.
others?
No, nothing else around.
I'm gonna pick up. How much of the carcass is left of the elk?
Good 3/4 of it. It looked like it died in the
In the blast?
effect.
They've been radiated.
You kind of like cut off a big haunch of it and just kind of put it on one of the saddles, and
Yep.
after a while,
food.
Jerry and Willa, you can hear rustling and movement, and out of the forest you watch as Jade comes out with a string of the ice raptors.
While I'm going, do I see any other dead animals?
There's the occasional like squirrel,
No other big dead
mole or small animal. I mean, plenty of them around. Birds that got caught up in the blast wave as well.
Any of them that are especially tasty?
I would say
I mean, I'm a cat, so
maybe 3 or 4 rabbits
Was he gonna
can be
bring one to our
collected.
door?
I'll grab the rabbits.
Okay.
She's gonna bring him and put him on her doorstep,
Or they're dead.
and then just like sit there with us. Oh, good.
All right, so we get back.
So you get back to where they are, and Trendo, I'll be damned. They really do have saddles on those things now.
They do.
That's insane.
And I take one of the rabbits and I toss it to Ivory.
She starts ripping it apart at her paws.
Radiation poisoning. Okay.
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, good. I got a 23.
You do recall that fusion reactors collapse so quickly that they burn hot. They're designed not to be toxic.
Okay, good.
So most of what you're experiencing is just the destructive heat blast of
So
the
no
collapsing
Chernobyl
reactor.
here.
All right.
At least
good.
from your perspective.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
10 years later, we got bunnies with 4 eyes.
And they're
Three times
19
the
feet
size.
tall and
Do you have
carnivorous.
bunnies with 4 eyes right now?
The Fae is a strange place.
And they have 15 epic abilities.
What's that rabbit? The rabbit of
The Vorpal Rabbit?
Yeah.
The Vorpal Rabbit? From, yeah. They just become Vorpal Rabbits from the Python.
Yeah.
There's no.
Somebody had sent me the stats for that, and it's scary.
Funny,
Level
buddy,
of, like a
funny.
30 CR level.
What's in there?
And for the
What's in
description,
this
it's
thing?
literally it's like look at the bull. It's like that whole little skin
Yeah,
thing. He's
yeah.
hilarious.
All right, so we head off toward town.
Okay. You guys heading towards Luga
Yeah.
for starters?
Yeah.
Okay. Gathering up the raptors.
Not moving particularly fast.
Yeah, just kind of taking your time to make it back to Luga for starters. About halfway there, you see this huge pile of strange rocks. And it's a huge swarm of insects that had just changed, like transmuted into just sandstone rock. And they're all frozen in place. This first swarm you come across, there's maybe thousands of them, but they seem dead. And walking, trotting by on your raptors. There's
Any
chunks
of them?
kind of falling away.
What do the trees look like?
Any of the chunks small enough to pick up and strap to a raptor?
Yeah, I mean, there's
that's identifiable as one of the bugs.
Yeah, I would say you can pick up one of the
Like a
smaller bugs that
Okay.
it almost looks like a fossil to a certain degree.
Yeah.
It's like fossilized or
Like
petrified.
the one I got.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And you pick one up, and of course, there's the one that Jerry has. And
Yep. Still want to keep that one.
It's the damnedest thing as he stares at it. Dreamt about bugs like that my entire life. Been afraid of them since I was a child, and I was bitten by a stone spider some time ago. This is my fault.
No, I think it's the chamber's fault, not yours.
I think it was manipulating your nightmares.
I think it was making your nightmares reality.
What purpose, though? What?
To power
It was a sentient force that took over your mind, created what was in your mind.
I'm trying to see your lips.
In reality, these bugs came out and infected wolves first. It caused them to attack a town. Then, later on, it was infecting humans.
Interesting. I feel like they were trying to learn more about me. Maybe.
I believe that the beings in there were trying to learn more about where they were at.
Beings. You say that with such certainty and absolute understanding of what they were. I don't recall ever seeing or experiencing anything that was.
We
I don't remember
fought
any.
things.
I remember the miners were there, but I don't remember seeing anything else before I.
We fought things while you were incapacitated.
Oh,
You did. Your eyes did move around when we were in the chamber trying to free you.
I thought I was dreaming.
You're in a crystalline structure with tubes in your body, as you see, and being kept alive. And
Huh. Well. Strange new world.
Have a good year.
So,
Thank you.
Wait, we have rabbits.
you just fed the rabbit to the cat.
I have 2 other rabbits.
And you also have your
I'm good. I'm familiar with good berries.
Also, his stomach's probably shrunk to the size of a pea.
You mean a good berry?
Who do you work for?
So were you powerful in magic, or
The
I know magic.
wait,
Something hammer.
were you a powerful?
Azure Hammer. You work for the Azure Hammer.
I don't know. Oh, the ones that mine the old dead Earth Titan that fell in the stair of the heaven.
I don't know what they were doing 40 years ago, but
We were still doing that.
oh yeah, we're still doing that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that one.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
We were
glad
doing
to see
that
they're
40
still
years ago.
around.
It's a big
Yeah.
titan.
I'm sure some of the towns you remember as villages have grown and been a very prosperous time in this area.
You watch as he
Wait.
casts something on himself
Hold and read
and
it.
is immediately cleaned up.
Does it change his skin tone too?
A little bit, because it gets rid of like a lot of the dust and ash that he kind of picked up on the way. His clothes look now immaculate. His hair is kind of tightly bound behind his head in a ponytail. His beard neatly kind of formed up, and that's better. Always liked that spell. I don't think my skin has touched water in my entire life since I've learned that spell. Dries you out, cracks you.
Can you teach me that spell?
Disgusting.
It's called prestidigitation. I'll be glad to teach you it. It's very simple, very easy.
I don't like water.
Nothing.
You know, I mean,
What do you drink?
I don't like syrup, if that helps.
Well, he said the water didn't touch his skin. Since he
I think he
drink
means bathing.
beer and water. I don't bathe, you weirdo. You are fascinating. Strange, but fascinating for sure.
Never go out in the rain.
Oh, what wouldn't do for a nice mutton?
Oh well, you know, I mean, I have elk.
No, that's okay. Good berry's good enough for me right
Well, let's get back to town.
He's rehabilitating.
Morning turns into afternoon. This conversation just kind of casually plays out as you see the landscape around you is quite altered in certain areas and untouched in other areas.
Any more dead critters?
You come across pockets of them, like maybe they were in the process of swarming into a larger swarm. You eventually come across some wolf carcasses that are newer. You can see that their heads have split open
What's
and the
wrong?
creatures are partially crawled out and turned into that petrified condition. Maybe these were wolves that were missed in the past. By early evening, you guys easily make it back to Luga.
Okay.
Anyone there?
Give me investigation as you start to ground, see what you can see.
We have to find AA Ron.
Who?
AA Ron.
Who's Aaron?
Aaron.
Oh, Aaron.
AA Ron.
5. Looking around, you don't see anybody. I mean, you still see the remains of the wolves, and you see the occasional cluster of
Oh yeah, we're at that
petrified.
Okay, I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, should we stop at Shea Heath before we
That
head
little
back to
shitty town.
Goblin?
Well, we had fortified that little area before, so we can reuse it again. Bless you,
Is
bless you, bless you.
Thank you. Is it nighttime? Or
It's early evening. Took you a whole day
That's rough.
to get to Luga.
We should probably let people know what happened to Snoff. Snoof. Snoof.
Snowed.
snood? Snood?
Why do I have an F there?
Because Jason speaks weird.
The X is silent.
Um,
Can I get an actual spelling for his name so I...
Snoyd. Snoyd.
Snoyd. Snoyd.
my tea bag broke.
Oh, that sucks.
So I just have to lift the straw a little bit.
So you guys find the remains of the central guild hall that you guys used to put up the defense originally.
No,
Not the-
no, it was the map room that we slept in on the way.
Well, I
to
thought you guys
mine.
were going to go. So are you spending the night in the map room, or are you spending the
What
night
time is
in the
it?
guild hall?
Well, the map room was more defense, like more.
Smaller, yeah.
Yeah. because that's where we stayed on the way up.
Okay. So you guys find the old campsite that's in there. Most of the area that was disturbed by the previous day is still as you left it. Closing the door, latching it, locking, sealing the windows. You guys settle in for your long
And we
rest.
bring in the ice raptors where we put them in last time.
Yeah, put them in the front.
And I'm planting myself out front.
Okay. Fair enough.
Night sentinel.
You guys want to do anything before settling into your long rest? Is anybody keeping
wanna-
watch or?
Yeah,
Well, that's kind of what I'm doing.
Okay.
and then I want to look at the spell book. That spell
You
book.
getting hungry finally? I noticed you were checking your levels there for a minute.
Okay, it's time to feed him again.
He's like rooting on your shoulder.
He is.
Usually there's a bump here with his bigger. Where is it?
Why the heck is it covered? Okay. I want to go through that spell book. Oh my god. Okay.
Feed me, Mom. Feed me.
Yes.
Babies.
It's not a very changing sound that we make from birth to
No,
death.
from now, right? Oh my god.
Alright, so working on magic missile again.
Okay.
That's the neighbor.
Neighbor working on a car.
Was it? It was magic missile that I was working on.
Yep. A loud noise.
Yeah. Magic missile.
Jesus, what is he doing over there? Surgery?
Really hope it's a car.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, so you're working on magic missile. Give me an intelligence check for starters.
Not a bonus because I only have dex.
No.
13.
What if they realize there's
Give
a
me
spawn
Arcana
next door?
check. Huh?
13.
They realize there's a spawn next door.
Oh, he does.
He does. He knows.
But he also knows we're probably not busy right now, so that's usually
Yeah,
when he
'cause we
does
close
work
at
like that.
9. The shop closes at 9. Arcana
Mhm.
is 22.
2. You have a better grasp of the component nature of it. You understand the material resources needed. You practice it a couple times, and you're actually able to form the beginnings of what the dart would look like, and you realize that when you throw it at anything that you point at, it automatically hits. You figure maybe a couple more self-taught lessons, you might get a grasp of this thing and learn magic missile.
Cool.
Settling into your long rest. Give me a perception check, please. You're in your sentinel form, so you get advantage, correct?
I don't know if I get advantage or not.
I thought we did that one for you.
I can put it on there. I don't think I actually have anything specifically for that. I think it's because I'm planted and I have a further range.
Yeah.
So that's 2 natural ones. I'm gonna put that down. That's 2 natural ones.
Yeah, you have the best sleep of your life because as you focus on the idea of protecting and you just drift. And you drift into your meditative state and you're gone. You're just like, you're just gone.
That.
Yeah, 2 natural ones. Jerry, anything you want to do before your long rest?
Where'd my probe that mage tell me?
You kind of take a seat and you start looking at the material and the collected information. I know. Begins to disseminate the information for you. He comes from a region in the Morrow Valley. He's definitely part Dwendalian and part he might have some Marquesian makeup in him.
Okay.
The count that indicates his arcane nature is quite high. He's quite masterful in understanding the art and craft of magic. And sure enough, the sampling you took is describing someone who would be close to in their mid to upper 80s. But yet he looks like he's still in his 40s.
Okay. All right, I'll go to sleep.
You're also finding trace amounts of a stasis chemical that looks familiar to you, but old, not used in a long time. And trace amounts of metallic flaking, like maybe he was like part of how they kept him alive was they used a weird metal liquid to keep him like functioning. So there's chemical changes to him that look very non-indigenous.
Do I have the feeling that he's deteriorating?
You may have to probe ID.
Like, is he stable at 49, or is he going to like is he aging?
You actually get the feeling that he's now going to age normally.
Age normally. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's old technology, but it's practiced. It's had a high degree of failure rate back in the day, but it,
I'm just wondering, it seems like to me this is thousands and thousands of years old.
It feels old,
and
yeah.
Instead of sending things out, they sent these out as probes, but they weren't very good. They weren't a very good way to probe.
Mm.
I mean, that's what it feels like. Like, it's a probe sent here, but
and as you kind of come to that reflection before settling into your long rest,
right.
Give me a history check.
Okay, I'm really crap at history. Okay, not bad. I hear a hum in the note.
That was the compound before it exploded.
So 16.
16. You're starting to put a lot of the pieces of the puzzle together. It's interesting. The time frame, the age of this involvement of this structure, the age of this encounter that you just had matches to a time period called the Calamity. Somehow they're connected. Somehow they're connected. All of the samplings, times match, and the amount of history that you've gained about knowledge of the Calamity. You could just find maybe a more detailed book about the Calamity to compare these notes. Maybe there's a link here.
Okay. Yeah, like, oh, they saw a light in the sky. Blah, 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 blah.
Maybe, but the
That
Calamity is
foretold
more
the
about
coming of the Calamity.
Well, and the basic understanding of the calamity was that the gods fought over Exandria, and in order to protect it, the betrayer gods were cast down, and the celestial gods had sealed themselves behind the celestial gate, nearly destroying Exandria, but saving it and allowing it to recover in a more natural way. It's, it's weird. Timing-wise, that meant that crater was made around the same time the idea of the Calamity became lore and legend within the writings and teachings of most pantheons that practice here in the world.
Okay.
So with that, everybody slips off into the long rest. And that's where we're going to finish tonight. When we come back next Monday, we'll begin the journey to either Shaheath or some of the other towns that they need to get to. As it would seem that the wizard from 40 years ago has been saved.
And everybody else is dead because we suck.
Or maybe they
And what we've done actually
Blame
is
myself for everything.
we've saved our arch nemesis.
Oh yeah, they're in definitely.
I know.
inadvertently.
Inadvertently, we've saved the doom of this planet.
There is a part of me
Because
that's already
that's
suspicious
just the
of
way
this guy.
things roll.
Is his name Philip Prime?
There's a part of Willow that is very much like, this guy.
Just kill him. That's in my mind. Is
Thanks for coming out, everybody. I have no idea what they're talking about. I think they might be a bit paranoid and skeptical.
you've watched the games. You know what's going on.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. As I always like to say, stay safe, be kind, play a game. It's important for your mental health. Good night, everybody.
Bye. I was wondering. I know that I got that thing.